We're live. Okay, hello and welcome everybody. Thanks for joining in. This is our first live stream event for the crazy castle building challenge using individual foam bricks that we've been working on for the last 100 days. We're joined by my good buddy Michael from Nat One Studios, master crafter extraordinaire, who doesn't look like he's showing up on my screen at the moment. I'm not sure why
That's
that
fine.
is. Ah, technical issues. So hopefully we will sort out these technical issues as we go along. But anyway, just wanted to say a big thank you for joining in. Hang on, if I drag that... Hey, there we go. Can see you. He's there.
Okay.
All right. Are we actually live? And we got...
We are live. I'm watching you on YouTube as you speak,
Okay,
but
fantastic.
there's always a little bit of a delay.
Okay, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, there. And now I'm on screen. So I'd say we're about 40 seconds delay between us actually speaking and it turning up on YouTube. But yeah.
Okay, no, that's cool. That's cool. All right, cool. So the challenge today, of course, the big push is to try and get to 10,000. That's the challenge. Let's see if we can get there. It's going to be a bit of a struggle because still got quite a few to go. Now, last night I added 41 bricks right here, and you might be able to see I've got a brand new section of wall right here. So if I just bring this camera out, and it can give you a nice panorama shot of the whole thing. Okay, so you can see that that's the big almost completed wall. Of course, I still have those the crenellations and stuff to do along the top, and then there's the gatehouse, and now oh, there's some foreshadowing there. What could those curved bits be all about? So we've got a nice cardboard frame for another wall section. Cool.
So you said you did 40 yesterday?
41. 41.
41.
Yep.
How long? I'm just trying to see how you're going to fare here. How long did those 41 bricks take to lay?
That's a great question, and I have no idea the answer because I was kind of fluffing about yesterday because, of course, I had to build the frame. I also did a whole lot of, introspection, questioning my decisions in life, stuff like that, which slowed me down. But I think going back, because yesterday as well, I spent a big chunk of the day making a great big compilation video, which I will be releasing after this, actually, which is essentially, it's the first hunt, so it's episodes 1 through 100, the short series all banged one after the other. I've cut out a few bits and pieces. It's a bit too much repetition, but essentially it's got the whole thing. So every single day of the journey, and as I was going through that, there are a couple in there. There was one where I timed myself for an hour. I set an hour timer, and then there was another one where I set a half-hour timer. And if I remember correctly, I got over it was like, maybe, yeah, it was upper 200s, I think, for the hour. So, yeah, I guess extrapolate that. What is our total at the moment? So the last short, the 100 days, I'm going to have to remind myself. I did write it down here somewhere. I ended on... What did I end on?
I mean, you're going to have to be up 8,000 to 9,000 surely by now.
Yeah, I'm upper 8,000s, so we'll definitely get to 9,000 today. Whether I can push through and get another 1,000 on is anyone's guess, because that would take quite a bit of time. I guess the best thing to do. So if I just really quick, does anyone remember actually? Let's throw it out there in the comments. Does anyone remember what number I ended on for the last short? I mean, that's a big ask, I guess. Why the heck how would you remember and me not? Hang on, let's just have a real quick look back at my short if I can find the thing. Anyway, so while we're here fluffing about trying to work out how many bricks I've actually added, what's everybody else working on at the moment? Let us know.
Well, I mean,
In the
do you want me to give you, like, because you're going to be focusing on starting to get on with your project,
Mm-hmm.
I can give you a little bit of a rundown from the chat if you like.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go back to like literally the very first comment. We got Seth Palmer, 8666. Oh, that's ominous. Looking forward to watching this. I'll be working, so I'll pop in and out.
Nice.
Worked on painting, gambling, and hammer this morning whilst drinking pre-workout before I went and lifted. Hands getting shaky after a while. And then we got M. I'm 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 not necessarily going to read every name because every name, like I mean MTXTWO3735. Oh man, I have to work at 2 p.m. so I might not be in there. Oh, so you got people saying they're in and out.
Yeah, okay, all good.
Building a stand for my guitars with room for a few more. Yeah, so there's lots of people in here who are working on stuff while you're going live.
Fantastic.
And then I think we might have some of your students in here, mate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but I mean, we've got Leo2A7DK, Hello 3D Games and chat from Denmark. Wow, that's
Hey.
pretty cool.
Welcome.
Grand Barossa Vineyard Shiraz in the glass and chilling. Regards, Alex. So this is Alex. He's saying he's just watching, having a glass of wine. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Rayan Toaster. Woohoo! There's a lot of very excited people, man, who are enjoying what you're doing, man. This is great.
Well, that's perfect. Let's just get that
Edward
going.
Cullen, give me strength. I don't know what that means.
Isn't he the vampire?
Okay.
From Twilight.
So we've got oh yeah, and J Max John's in the audience here.
Hey.
He says 3.
G'day, mate.
He says 6. He says 8. He says 6. I think he's referring to bricks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I have actually worked it out. It's 8,644. So that's our total at the moment. Why is my camera spazzing out? What the heck's going on there? All right, let's get started, I suppose. So what I've done is to try and keep a running tally without me completely losing my mind. I've got 100 bricks in here, so that's my first 100 for the day. So I'm going to put that there just so I can kind of keep a tally, and then I've got the next 100 in another container, and then after that, I guess I'll just have to get to the big box. Now that. Try not to tip it. Oh, I did. I just tipped it. Okay, so that's all I have left of the original 10,000 bricks. So that's what I've got to get through.
You just spilled 40 on the floor?
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like there's so many bricks just everywhere. There's ones that have been flattened, that I've trodden on. But the thing is, for those who have been following the journey, you'll know that I have cut many more along the way, so it'll definitely be more than 10,000. So I mean, originally in the first couple of days, I cut and textured 10,000, and I was keeping a pretty good count of it as I was cutting them. But then I added like the curved ones for the gatehouse archway, those ones. I've made these other like different sized ones up here. So there's definitely more than 10,000 in my total lot. So we're not going to run out. We're going to be okay. Here we go. So let's start gluing. Yep.
While you carry on, I'm just going to keep you updated with the chat because like people are chatting away here for you.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And what I can say is that your students.
Oh God.
Mr. Haig. Yeah, well, like you've got. Obviously, you're a good teacher, man. People like you. That's a good thing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You got Rianne Toaster. You're awesome.
Thanks, guys.
Mr. Haig, hello, Dat BIRB1.
Is my chat
He also
just full of
says,
students?
I hit you, Rian Toaster. Edward Cullen sucks. I don't know what that means.
I think that's in. I suspect I know who this person is, because this person had a DVD, Twilight DVD, and true to my style, I said that movie sucks. Uh, which of course is a reference to the fact that it's about vampires. So that's the
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the
So
kind
yeah,
of
I get it.
top
I get it.
tier humor you get from Mr. Haig.
Hmm. We also have a top tier comment from J Max saying, "Eat the bricks. I'll be more entertained."
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's funny. If I had $1 for every comment that suggested that these bricks look super tasty, or can I eat them, or they look like corn puffs, or I I thought that was white chocolate, or something along those lines. If I had $1 for every comment, I would have a lot of dollars, because that seems to be very a very common comment.
Yeah, but don't worry, you're getting defended in the comments by Rian or Rain. Rude, rude. You, sir, are rude.
Oh,
Sir, you're so rude.
yeah, that's part of why we love him, though. He's
So, Mark
lovably rude.
Lothar Unfeasibly, which is the name,
Okay.
says, "What is this castle wall going to be built on? Is it a rock face?"
Yeah, that's a great question. I love these questions. Right, yes, it will be. So the grand vision at this stage that I've got in my mind is that if I can adjust this camera, so this blue frame thing down the bottom, so all that is going to be rocky cliff face coming down here, and so there will be like a river coming along. So over at the base of the big wall, that will be all water. So I'm going to use resin effects there, and so I'm hoping to have a dock or something, and then like some kind of crane pulley system thing happening here. And then over this side, so I'm kind of still deciding what I'm going to be doing. But what I'd quite like to do is have okay, hang on. Let's bring it back. So here we've got the gatehouse, and so I want to. So like, there's a reason why I haven't attached the gatehouse to the walls yet, because I still want to be able to access the inside of that frame. Because wait for it, I want to have a working drawbridge. So
That's so cool.
I'm gonna have to
I love that,
I'm
man.
gonna have
I
to
love
cut
that.
into there. And have chains coming through, and I need some kind of pulley system with like a crank on the other side to draw up the. So I've got to work out the mechanics of it, and so that's why I haven't attached it, because I'm going to have to be able to access the interior. So anyway, there'll be a drawbridge that'll come down here, and so this will be like a chasm with the river down the bottom, and the drawbridge will come across, and then there'll be like a stone kind of platform coming out, and then like a hill that will, like a pathway that'll will creep up the hill. And then over on this side, I want to have a tower. And so the tower, I'm thinking what would be really cool. Let's take this off here. Um, so
That sounds so cool, man.
so I'm hoping, I would like to have a section of the wall that actually comes out this way, because I want this to be like a big cliff face, like mountainside, with like waterfall type stuff, like a waterfall coming down, rapids coming down here, and then having like an arched, like a walkway with some kind of arch thing, and then on a big rock, a tower sticking up here, which can basically, what's the word, enfilade? Is
Maybe. I'm
enfilade?
not sure.
How do you pronounce it? Is it enfilade or enfilade? When
I
you
don't
like
know, man.
shooting across the side of the wall, So,
But you're like, um, that all sounds extremely epic, but your comments are kicking off here, man, and you've got to be gluing some bricks. So I'm gonna
Okay, yes. Thank you. Keeping me on
um
track.
just there's one in particular that I want to. Well, it's two comments a few minutes apart by the same person. Dale77788
Yep.
says, "Hello, my 6-year-old son wants to know how long it's taken you to get this far."
Right.
And then a few comments later, another question from the same person saying, "My 8-year-old daughter wants to know how long you've been crafting for." I think that's two great questions right there.
Those are two fantastic questions. Thank you to 6-year-old, was it? 6-year-old son and an
6-year-old son,
eight-year-old
8-year-old
daughter.
daughter.
Excellent questions. Um,
Because we want to get those kids into the crafting.
Absolutely, 100%. Um, yeah, so before I segue onto another topic related, yeah, so how long has it taken? Well, 100 days. So, well, technically 101, because yesterday I added 41 bricks, but I haven't edited and released that video yet. So, so it's funny because I started this whole project with this crazy notion of basically I took on the challenge of doing daily content, and to make it manageable, I figured let's do daily shorts, because for those of you who've been around since the beginning, my projects tend to become really big and ridiculous, and they always take ages. So my long form content is there are large gaps between video releases simply because of the size and magnitude of the projects that I'm doing. And so I kind of thought this would be a good way of kind of countering that. Still a big project, but if I'm doing daily updates of it, then I'm getting content out more frequently. So that was kind of the thinking.
People don't have to wait around for, like, I mean, I think, yeah, well, this is one of my problems is I don't do that.
Yeah.
And people have to wait like 2 or 3 months before anything comes out.
Yeah, exactly. So that's it's the nature of this form of content, really, because there's no shortcuts with this stuff. Not really. I mean, there are ways that we can speed things up, but it's still time consuming.
I mean, we are on the other side of the planet from each other, and
Yes, we are.
yeah, we hang out frequently. I would be gluing bricks with you right now if I could.
Yeah. Well, book a flight. It's not too late. It
And we'll
only
go and
takes.
visit the Shire together.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So did you answer? Did you answer both of those
No,
questions? So
no.
how long have you been crafting?
How long have I been crafting? That's another fantastic question. So, well, my origin story, right, is when I was a wee lad, I got Hero Quest for a Christmas present.
Your old Hero Quest, love it.
Yep, and little did my dad know, in doing that, he would unleash what would then become an insane hobby, an obsession of mine. I mean, really, like, so when I got that, I wasn't building terrain or anything like that in those days, but it was more like, I remember I had a lot of fun making custom, like, treasure cards and stuff like that, adding extra rules and just fun things like that. So really, it wasn't until the Lord of the Rings, of course, came out, and alongside that was a magazine called Battles for Middle Earth. And I remember the advert.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
So it.
Do you know what? I remember seeing it on the shelves. I never did. I didn't dive in at the time, and then later I regretted it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, what's crazy is I remember that first magazine was $5. Now, New Zealand dollars, so that's like £2.50, I guess, or £2, whatever the currency, how that works. But yeah, $5, and you got 12 little goblins, And you think the cost of miniatures these days, like that was
100%,
insanely
yeah.
insanely good value, and it came with
And
this.
back then, it would have been metal miniatures as well, right?
So they were plastic. They were plastic.
Oh, they were plastic, were they?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
And I mean they're pretty naff now by today's standards, but still.
Hmm.
Anyway, so there were
Okay,
12,
so
12 little gobos, little goblins, and it came with a magazine which showed introduced the rules of MSBG, so Middle Earth Strategy Battle Game, or MSGB as people like to call it, and it also had a little hobby section. It had a section. Each magazine had the last section. Well, so it showed how to paint. So it had like step-by-step instructions of how to paint, and then it also had a little crafting, like terrain building thing in it. And it started
hmm
with like the first one was pretty crap. It was basically 2 bits of cardboard to make a ruin, and it looked
hmm
awful. But like it was a good little intro. It was very
100%,
into
man.
it.
I know exactly what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, and so that kind of started it. So I guess how long ago is that? 20, maybe no, it's more than that. 25 years ago. When was Fellowship of the Ring released? 2002?
Well, it
No,
was.
2001. Was it?
Yeah,
Oh.
that's it. Yep.
And the
So,
magazine came out around the same time, or later in that year, I
mm,
think. So yeah, 25 years. Wow.
well, that's when it's part of the merchandising and all of that. The
Mm.
licensing and stuff came out. The movie did so well.
Yeah.
Um. So just to, I don't want to interrupt you, man, because you know,
No, that's all
you're
good.
waxing lyrical, but
Interrupt away.
a while ago, like 10 minutes ago, Snowy0109 actually did a super chat. So a little bit of money there for you. Ching ching. Thank
Hey,
you,
thank you.
Snowy0109. And they said, you know what I'm
Legend.
gonna say? Fix the stairs.
Oh. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I know. So this has been a recurring theme. This has been an ongoing comment thread, which I appreciate. I love it. I love the banter that I get on the comment sections. So there's Snowy with the whole fixing of the stairs thing, and to be honest, man, like it drives me nuts too. But then at the same time, it's like they're so they're all glued in amongst all the other bricks. So to remove those stairs, I would have to remove um, lots of the adjoining bricks. It would be a major. Um, I'm not saying it can't be done, and I'm not saying I refuse to. I'm not saying anything like that. Um, but hear me out. There's another way of
You got to
looking.
lay the bricks first, right?
Well, they're already so on the other side. So this is what he's referring to. Well, I assume he, because the majority of my audience are he, but maybe not. It's these things here. So, and you can see they are. Look at the angle. Look at the angle there. Yeah, so it's not great. But hear me out. Gravity and time brings all things down. So maybe the slanty, droopy stairs, stone steps, that's just the
I mean,
natural thing, over
I want.
time.
I agree. To be honest, I would like to put in a rebuttal to this request and say, have you ever been to an old ruined castle? Things do shift and move, and it would be nice to see the castle it's not just arrived there yesterday. It's been there for like 100 years.
Yeah.
It's gotten a bit worn down. Maybe the stairs are a little bit out of whack, but it's all good.
Yeah, and look, so I will have another set of stairs on the other side of this wall, and I I now know from my mistake previously, what to do this time to ensure that I have nice looking stairs. So I guess maybe there was a bit of an earthquake. Maybe there was a shifting of the landform right at that specific point, which kind of threw things a little bit skew with, and adds to the character of the build.
Exactly.
Which is what I'm telling myself to avoid having to do a whole lot of extra work.
So, I mean, just so everyone out there knows, I would like to feed basically every question that you guys are putting in the chat to Adam while he does this. But if I do that, there's definitely no chance of him hitting 10,000 bricks tonight. So he needs to keep bricking away.
Yep.
And I will, if I missed your comment or anything like that, apologies. I'm trying to feed him the questions.
And you're doing a stellar job of it as well, I might add. There, Michael, thank you.
But what I will say is that, and this is just condensing down quite a few comments from some of your students here in the chat. There, you've got a massive amount of offers for help. Sir, please let us come and help you. We'll lay bricks, this sort of stuff, which is awesome. Also, Dale77788, who you answered his question for his 2 kids, says, my kids are so stoked that you answered their questions. They're buzzing out that they can talk to you right now. Thanks. And that's really cool.
That is cute.
So yeah, hopefully those little ones are getting inspired to do a bit of crafting, and that's so cool.
That is awesome. And actually, you know what? That kind of makes me think of, I was going to segue with that conversation earlier, because I was recently on a podcast with our other 2, mutual friends, old J-Mac.
Yeah, I saw that. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm intending to get in there and see what you guys were bantering about.
So the topic was 3D printing, basically, and what we don't like about 3D printing and so on and so forth. Anyway, it kind of got quite deep at one point, because, well, one of my arguments was talking about the whole AI revolution, and that with 3D printing, more and more of the sculpts that you get, the digital sculpts, are going to be AI generated. And so, and this is one of the things I do, other than getting hassled about wonky stairs and overhanging latrines between my buttresses, and
sorry, man. I just read the most funny comment that I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, okay, yeah. Interrupt with the. Please share. Share.
That BIRB1 says, low key, the stairs look like my sister's teeth.
Oh dear.
Right. I don't know how we can reward you for that amazing comment. But anyway, carry on, Adam.
That is great. That is great. Well, I'll try and fix those teeth with the next set of stairs then. Yeah, so the point was that as AI kind of takes over more and more with the... Oh, what was I saying? Yeah, no, one of the most common comments that I get, it's quite a frequent thing. People will say things like, bro, why don't you just 3D print it? Or, I don't understand why people do this when you can just 3D print stuff. And things like that. And I find that's a bit sad. I find that's quite a bleak outlook,
Yeah.
And because one of the things 100%. That I love about, yes, this particular method is insane. I'm not disputing that. This is definitely terrain building on hard mode.
Mate, the thing is, I understand your pain. I've never done 10,000 bricks. And the worst it was ever for me was whenever I was making a tower and I did shingles on the roofs. And I was laying individual shingles on the roof. And just knowing, and that was nowhere near 10,000 either. That was, I don't know, maybe 1,000. And even that was, Like, so it's a real task, man. Like you like, and you're sticking to the challenge, mate. So good on you.
Thanks, mate. So, yeah, and part of what I'm doing here, it is like it's in direct opposition to the whole AI and 3D printing mentality. Like I love 3D printing. Don't get me wrong. I've printed lots of terrain, and it's great. It really is. I kind of it doesn't quite compare with the satisfaction you get when you craft something cool by hand.
100%. I totally agree with. I mean, to be honest, the thing is that with 3D printing, you're kind of relying on someone else's creativity as well.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you have complete control over how your building looks right now, and yeah. Can I just take a second here just to say, like this is a live stream,
yep.
obviously, great for Adam if more people are watching and whatnot. Um, we've got 71 people watching now, and there are, well,
Woo!
as maybe I need to refresh the likes, but it's looking like we've got 18 likes. If you want to help Adam get this video out to more people, etc., just give the video a like. That would help him a lot. So,
Absolutely, absolutely, and share it out with other like-minded weirdos, you know, who who might be interested in this kind of insanity. Um, Lovable weirdos, of course, and I am one of those weirdos, obviously. So
yeah.
I say that with all respect. Um, okay, so as I'm gluing this, so another thing that I quite often I'll get questions about why do I lay like how what's my technique or something, or like in terms of laying the bricks. So people notice that I do mix things up, like what I'm doing right here, where I'll leave a gap every now and then. Um, and so, generally speaking, I try and keep things realistic in terms of um, how you would lay bricks in real life. There's a specific term for it. What is it like where you um, what is it, half brick method or something? I can't remember what the term is. Maybe someone, you're a blooming handyman, dude. Michael, do you know?
I'm terrible at the terms though, man. But I know we were talking about where you're talking about the center of the brick is across the middle of the other brick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because it gives it more structural integrity. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and so so every now and then I leave a gap because otherwise, like, the bricks aren't uniform. And that as well is purposeful. I didn't want the bricks to be uniform because if you go and see an old ruin of a castle, oftentimes they were made over like a long period of time using different like sources of quarried rock and things like that, and so they're not beautifully uniform shaped bricks like we have with houses today. They're slightly different
Yep.
sizes and widths and thicknesses, and also it just makes it look cooler for me. I like the look when you have a slight irregularity with the bricks. But the trouble with that is it does make it harder because I can't just bang them out. I do actually have to be a little bit more methodical, or take a bit more care in terms of what I'm doing. And it means that every now and then you start getting bricks where the edges line up like this. And so I need like a shorter one to kind of compensate. Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
that's the method to my madness.
So there's a comment here. I don't quite know what it means. You might know what it means.
Okay,
The
hit me.
plugging of the plugging of the putt log hole should stop. What does that mean?
Yeah, I think that's in reference. Like, I didn't know this. Part of this doing this project has been a bit of a history lesson, in for like lots of comments have been kind of pointing out like different historical, like different terms and things like that. And one of them, I think, this might be in reference to the fact that when these things are built, they would have had to have like some kind of scaffolding, and so then when and the scaffolding would be anchored to the wall with like holes, basically the holes in the walls where they'd fix in the scaffold, and so then when they deconstructed the scaffold, those holes would remain. So
Oh yeah.
so you would have little holes dotted around a castle wall.
100%.
Yeah. So.
So we.
Yep. Go.
Sorry, man, you're getting a lot of questions coming in, so like I keep interrupting you. Sorry about that.
That's all good, bud. That's all good.
Mini Adventure 61, running bond is what it's called when bricks are stacked like this.
There we go. Thank you.
And so he said, my dad was a mason. I called him and asked for you guys. And actually, as soon as he wrote the word running bond, I was like, oh yeah,
there
running
it
bond.
is.
Yep, that is like sitting right there. But also, do you mind me just saying hello to a couple of my buddies that have just jumped in?
Yeah.
I've got Cross from Campaign Terrain. He's in here.
Nice.
And Vulvencraft as well.
Oh,
Both of those
g'day.
guys are
Yep.
great crafters. And they've jumped in. Thanks for hanging out, guys. You are there says, okay, you're building this too slow. I'm catching a bus. Where am I heading again? Somebody also said, are we keeping a track of how many bricks that you're actually laying? And but you've got them in boxes of 100, right?
I do, yeah. So
that's how you're keeping a track, right?
Yep. So I've attached 90. I've attached 90. That's where we're at because I've got 10 left from this box. So yeah, not a blistering pace. How long have we been on so far?
We are at somewhere around about 37 minutes.
Okay, so all right.
I think that's a pretty good pace.
Okay, it's not
too
bad.
Just going to the back to Mini Adventure 61's comment about his dad being a mason.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw. Probably this wouldn't come up in your social media, but just this week the new world record for bricklaying was set, and in real time, in 1 hour, new world. I'm just typing in here for you. Record for bricklaying. And this is in 1 hour.
Yep. It's gonna put me to shame.
And it was just literally set last week by a British guy.
Yep.
1,065 bricks in 1 hour.
Oh. So.
And that's real brick.
Yeah. Yes. So what I'm hearing from you is pick up your game, Adam. Far out.
Come on, go faster, go faster.
You're just working with foam, you pansy. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that.
So you made a good summary of the putt log hole roll. They remain in place because the scaffolding has to be put back in place on regular basis for wall maintenance.
There you go. That makes sense.
Rianne Toaster says, Mr. Haig, I am still waiting for my grade in class.
Well, look, keep hassling me, and that grade might get worse. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You want to be careful. Like the grade's still up in the air. That could be like. I mean, what?
Well, whoever you are, if I'm accurately guessing who this person is, you just.
They have a black cat avatar.
Oh, that doesn't help. Okay, cool. Is this person also waiting for a performance video by by any chance?
Mm-hmm.
That's 100. All right, first 100 done. Next 100.
Hey! I wish we could do like Gandalf's dragon firework on the screen every 100 or something like that.
That would be amazing. Yeah, I would, but I've got to just keep laying bricks. So maybe if this becomes a semi-regular thing, where I have multiple live streams, maybe I can add stuff like that as we go along.
Live streams are great. I mean, you get to interact with people and chat away. We used to do them back in the day on the Crazy Crafter live stream. It was really, really good fun. And that's where some of the guys that I know in the chat, which is a small portion of the people in your chat,
Yeah.
that's where we became friends, is just in live streams and chatting away. They're great fun.
It is cool. And again, back to the AI thing, I feel like it's a good kind of counter to the AI slop that we have, you know?
Yep.
And that, again, that's one of the motivations with doing this whole project, was in opposition to the AI slop.
So, Cross from Campaigns Terrain says you laid 100 bricks. You laid 100 bricks. That's a drink. So, you know.
Yes. Actually,
I mean, you do have you in a glass of red wine in your thumbnail. I'm just saying.
I do. The thing is, here in New Zealand, it's what is it? It's 20 to 9 in the morning. So.
Oh right, yeah. Well, fair enough.
I don't think it would be a good idea to start drinking at this time.
Okay, a quick question, which I think might be a good one for you, which is Chris Hardy. When will you fill in the spaces at the joins with the gatehouse?
Yeah, that's a big question. So we talked earlier about why I haven't attached the gatehouse yet, and the reason for that is because I want to create a working drawbridge, which means I need access to the inside of the gatehouse, which is why I haven't attached it yet. So, in answer to that question, I will attach it once I've completed the working drawbridge. When that's going to be is another question entirely, to which I'm not sure the answer. At some point. I do want to do it sooner rather than later, though, because, just for that sense of, sometimes these things are really annoying. Just for an important sense of completion,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So, Rianne Toaster again, which is one of your students, says, just tell Mr. Haig that I'm the one who performed second to last and we slayed. So we should totally get a good grade because you're our favourite teacher. I mean, to be fair, I'll be disappointed if you don't give them a good grade now.
Yeah. I mean, showing up to my live stream, that takes dedication.
Just somebody else coming in with like there's many different ways to craft. People have different ways of doing things, and someone coming in with a different idea for how they would do it.
Okay. Yep.
Is the Insane Ups driver. The Insane Ups driver said, I used to just strips of foam to the height I wanted, then chop the bricks off as I needed, cake carpenter's glue on the wall, and just start sticking. Doing it like this will take 4 times as long. So, like, somebody thinks that you could do this faster a different way.
Yep.
Obviously, there's many different ways to skin a cat, and that's fine.
I would never skin a cat, Michael. I'm shocked and horrified.
Oh, sorry, I'm not suggesting that we go about skinning cats.
That you would even suggest such a thing. I have I have three wonderful kitty cats. One of which has featured on my videos a couple of times. Don't know if you recall, Michael. So one of my cats used. This isn't my first going into the whole individual bricks madness. I made a double-sided board, and one side of that board had thousands of foam bricks to make like a cobblestone floor thing.
Oh dear, we're having a little bit of a technical issue here, mate.
Oh.
People are saying I can't hear.
Oh no.
Okay, so we've got a couple of comments saying guest mic just dropped out.
Oh.
The volume just dropped out. We can't hear. Your mic is gone.
Oh no. Okay. What's going on? That's weird.
I'm going to put a comment saying,
what's going on? Okay, that's annoying. Mac OS capture, is that what it is?
It could just be, okay, someone else is saying I can hear you. I'm just going to type, how is the audio now?
So is it so people can hear me but can't hear Michael? Is that what's going on? Can't hear my guess?
They can hear you fine, but my audio is a bit low, but that's not a big as long as people can hear you,
I see what's happened, I think. Let's try this one again. So I'll remove that and try it again. Try that. No, not that one. Whoops. Remove that. That's part of the fun of live streams, you know.
Yeah, live is totally different, mate. You just got to go with the flow.
Application audio capture. Let's try that. Let's go Google Chrome. Okay. Say something, please.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Oh, yep, that's coming through super loud. Is that picking it? Yeah, cool.
Well, let's just see what people say here. Is that better, guys? And while they answer that question, I'm going to give you another good couple of questions here.
Yep, hit me.
And this is a two-part, and this is from Dale7788, who has the two kids watching as well, which I absolutely love that. I love the fact that you got some kids watching along. This is great.
That is
How
awesome.
do you decide what to start when you know it's going to take so long? And even more so, how do you balance a passion project versus what makes good content? That's a great question right there.
That is an amazing question. Let me take a little while to formulate a adequate answer. I guess for me, the content that I make, and I hope this translates. The content that I make is usually, it goes hand in hand with what I find, with what I'm passionate about. I don't. Yeah, I mean, I try and think what. There have been some videos that I've made that have been harder than others because I haven't been feeling it. But usually, like that, sometimes that's just a little phase. You know, sometimes when you're working on something for ages, you start getting a bit sick of it and want a bit of the whole variety is the spice of life thing. So want to just start doing something else. But generally speaking, most of what I do and what make content out of is stuff that I would be doing anyway, even if I wasn't making content. Now, in saying that, the last long form video that I did, I wouldn't do that normally because that was insane. Racing a 3D printer. I mean, I would handcraft stuff like that because I like doing it, but I certainly wouldn't try and do it all in one big go to try and beat a printer. That's just silly. But generally speaking, the things that I make, yeah, it's because I'm passionate about it. And how do I start a big, insane project like this, knowing that it's going to take ages? Well, because I enjoy the process. It's not about the end result necessarily, although of course when you get to the end and you can put a full stop on a project and you're really proud of it, that is an amazing feeling. But I find a kind of catharsis, a kind of meditative joy in just crafting stuff by hand. It's a really good creative
I
outlet.
get that.
Yeah.
I've got a very extremely important question to ask you.
Oh gosh, here we go. Yep.
Mr. Hay,
Oh man.
I have an extremely important question. Do you ride a horse to school? I love that. That's brilliant.
Do I ride
fact-
a horse to school?
Do you know what, mate? I'm just, as your friend, I think it's actually inspiring that you have got students who like you and that are here in the comments. That's fantastic. It's good.
Either
and
that
then we
or
have Princess Hay.
they hate me and they're just trolling me right now. Just
Let us help, please. So your students want to glue some bricks, mate.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I mean, for those out there who are in the know, I am a music teacher. If that hasn't become clear by now, and fairly recently, so back in April actually, I took our school big band, jazz band, to a jazz festival over in a little town here in New Zealand called Tauranga. And anyway, they performed really well. It was awesome. And anyway, I took a little video of them warming up. And I had this idea because, with doing the daily shorts thing, part of the challenge is trying to keep things fresh. Generally it's like very repetitive content. Every single day it's just adding more bricks to this same castle, right? And so it's about trying to mix things up and have a slightly different angle sometimes. Anyway, and so I had this idea. It'd be quite funny to start it with these kids, the band playing one of their tunes, just a couple of seconds of it, and then kind of me popping up from behind my castle with my trumpet and go, and some bricks fall out the end of the trumpet. Anyway, so that I did have that thought. I would still like to do something like that. However, it then occurred to me that including school kids on a public,
Yep, 100%.
YouTube thing.
That brings in consent and all sorts of
Exactly. So there's
questions.
that
Yeah,
whole side of it. Yep. And so yes, I would love to employ some indentured servitude.
From teen students.
Yeah. Right. You need to come in. If you want a good grade, you have to glue 200 foam bricks. But yeah, that might be frowned upon. There might be there'll be issues with that sort of thing.
Okay, so sorry. This question came through earlier.
Yep.
And sorry to Seth Palmer because I forgot to mention it. I think it was Seth who asked it before. It was, what do you think is the future of MESBG? And while you answer that question, I'm going to have to run to the toilet. I'm sorry.
That is allowed.
It might take you a while, right?
That is allowed. Okay, so what is the future of MESBG?
I'll be back in a minute.
All right, mate. Gosh, yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, look, I'm pretty out of the scene at the moment. It's been a while. I haven't been to a tournament in, well, I haven't been to a tournament in over a year now, I think. So I'm probably not the best one to ask that particular question, to be honest, Seth. And it's been a while since I've actually played. But you know what is exciting? I'm pretty hyped about the new Rohan riders, the Riders of Rohan. I mean, it's like about bloody time is all I can say. We've been crying out for updated riders for so long, and so that I think is encouraging. It at least shows that maybe GW are interested or considering updating the range, which, let's face it, is desperately needed. Some of those old minis are very, very dated. And so I don't know, that seems good. That's a good sign to me. You know what? Along the years, because I mean, I love MSBG. That was the first game that I got into, tabletop game. And of course, with the Lord of the Rings or imagery, I mean, total nerd over here, so absolutely love it. And there've been many times along that I've had a mad moment of spending spree, buying as many MSBG minis as I can afford because I was worried that it's just going to stop. They're just going to shut it down. The range is going to be discontinued, and that's going to make me sad. So I need to quickly snap them up before they're all gone. And then it just resurges again, and it's still going. I mean, I had those fears 10 years ago, 15 years ago. So, it's still going strong. I don't know if that answers the question, but there it is.
I'm taking a few screenshots of the chat here because I just want you to know how much your students want to help you with the project. Please, sir, please let us help you. Please, please. Sir, please let us help. I will help, and I will be amazing. And all of that I want to pass this year.
Just for the record.
But we also, sorry, just before you go on there.
Yep.
We also have some technical questions going on.
Oh, okay.
Lee Erdely, with a weird number at the end, says, why not dot and dab the bricks? Would that not be quicker? That's an interesting question. Actually, that's a really good idea from my perspective. Is if you had like a little pot of glue beside you,
yeah,
you pick up the brick, you dab it into the glue, and then press it on.
That's what I'm doing.
Is that not a bad? That's a pretty good idea.
Isn't that?
I thought that
isn't that what I'm doing? Yeah, I mix it up. Sometimes.
Okay, cool. So you are actually doing that already.
Yeah.
On YouTube we can't see you doing that part. All we can see is the bricks going on the wall.
Yeah, true. That is true.
And there's some glue on the wall already. So to Lee Erdely.
Yep.
Yep. That's what is happening as well.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I mix it up sometimes, and there's no real rhyme or reason for it. Sometimes I do it this way. Sometimes I slap down a whole lot of glue on the wall and then add them. So I don't really know which one is faster or more efficient. But one thing I can say, I feel like it is faster when I just splurge a whole lot of glue on there, but it's also, hang on, we're kind of missing. I haven't got it. There we go. Sorry, I've moved position and forgot about it. It's more wasteful doing it this way because lots of the glue dries before I get to it because I'm using quick set wood glue. But then in terms of when it comes to actually videoing or like making the videos, when I'm doing the adding the brick sounds, that is definitely the you know, dab potting. What do you call it? Just dipping the brick into the glue and then attaching it.
Dot and dab.
Dot and dab, yeah, it's a good technique. I do that when I add the brick sounds for sure because it looks better.
So
yeah.
another quick question. Sorry, man, the questions are coming in hard and fast, and you also do very comprehensive answers. So,
Yeah.
would you ever? This is from MJH Sinclair.
Okay. Hello. Thank you for joining.
Would you ever be up for old world content? They released these cool terrain generators recently, and some guides to crafting them.
Ooh.
That would be fun. Bottomless pits and all.
Oh yeah, I like the sound of that. Yeah, no, I'm down for different game systems for sure. I mean, really, it comes. Thing is, Old World it's a fantasy setting, and you know I love fantasy, so yeah, for sure. And the thing is, the great thing with terrain is it's fairly generic. You know, like it operates across different game systems. It's not. I mean, obviously you have your different styles. Like you've got sci-fi sort of stuff, and then you've got fantasy kind of stuff. But generally speaking, terrain is universal across different game systems. So, yeah, I'd be up for that for sure. I just have to look into it. I don't play the game. I don't play Old World. I mean, it's funny. I don't actually play many games at all these days because I'm spending so much time making content and building terrain, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing, so don't feel sad for me. I like playing the games, but I really love building things. And oftentimes I like the idea of playing the games more than the actual playing of them. Because
yeah, I know what you mean. You're a maker.
Yeah.
You want to create. You want to create the actual world.
Yeah, exactly.
So two rapid fire questions here for you, one after another.
Hit me.
One goes back to the stairs question.
Yep.
Not to labour on the stairs, but
kind of sounds like you are.
It's an interesting idea.
Okay.
It's a good one. And this is from Hessel's Poelstra 7391. As for the earthquaking stairs, perhaps add a few strips of bricks in front to make it level. So you should just you could glue something on to make it look level, and maybe the stairs were actually slightly protruding. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yep, I do. I think I get what you're saying. Yep.
So that was one.
Yep.
And then the other one is from Osmania 12. Were you a Halo fan?
Yes, I was. Yeah, I played the original. Was it the original 3? Like there were so many of them, but so I didn't kind of follow it on to the later ones, but certainly the first 2 or 3 I was into. My dad was very much into Halo. It's bloody hopeless. We'd run around and he'd spend the whole time aiming his gun at the ground and like getting confused about what was happening. But yeah.
So I've actually got my own personal question here, Adam, before I look back at the chat.
Okay.
Once you've got all these bricks glued on,
yep.
Is it straight into the paint job, or do you do anything about your grout lines?
Yeah, that's a good question. And I've had this, I've had a few comments talking about, adding plaster or grout to kind of fill in the gaps. And it's an interesting one stylistically and aesthetically, because I really like the look at the moment. Like I love the texture that you get. Once that paint job is. I mean, I wouldn't call that complete. Like I would do more weathering and some more highlights and stuff, but and the portcullis isn't painted apart from being brown. But I really like the texture, and I do worry that I get like historically, yes, you would have those gaps would be kind of grouted and stuff, but it looks older and more worn and has more character the way it is. So I think I'm just going to leave it as is. So I won't add grout or like plaster in those joins. That's my thinking.
It's certainly some. Sorry, you go ahead.
Yeah, so I'll just throw it in there. So that's the second 100. So we've added 200. So we are now on 8,844. So, okay, I might have to redress the goal here. And at the moment, I've just got my eyes on the prize of getting to 9,000 at this point. and then we'll see how we go. So I'm going to divvy up another 100 now, really quick, so that I don't lose track of the count. Okay, go. You were asking something.
Just back to the grout thing. It's the sort of thing where if you were going to experiment, you wouldn't want to do it on a big project like this. You would want to do something smaller and figure out whether you like it or not. But,
100%.
How do you make the base of your castle? Is it made out of cardboard?
Yeah. So, all right, let's just get a little panoramic shot. Okay, so the frame, so that's just cardboard that I've glued together. The inside of it is a big chunk of polystyrene just to give it a bit more strength. But if I grab the gatehouse and tip it up, you can see it's just a cardboard box, essentially. And then the whole thing is sitting on just a whole lot of some big sheets of foam. Oh look, there's more bricks back there. So I have got ideas and plans for doing like a subterranean bit. Maybe have like a bit that pulls out. So if I turn around here, there's a big cavity in there. And so I could actually have a removable section. I thought it'd be quite cool to have like a subterranean canal system or like sewer kind of thing in there. So there's lots of ways I could take this. It's going to take some time, but as I was saying, it's the process, the journey that I really enjoy.
So just to give you a rough idea of your miles per hour on bricklaying.
Yep. What's our rate?
We started the stream an hour and 10 minutes ago. So, and I think we could probably 200. Say that there was about 10 minutes of kind of non-bricklaying
fluffing
in
about
there somewhere.
Yep.
So you're on about 200 pricks per hour.
Okay. Yeah. So
that's your current speed.
Right. Okay. So
shall we see if you can up the next hour to? Well, I mean, 250. Is that a bit of a stretch?
Yeah. No. Let's we can give it a good honest go.
Not to put pressure on you, mate.
Oh yeah, I'm feeling the pressure, dude. No, it's good. It's good. Pressure makes diamonds.
So, NID Dr. Big LR says, what will the next project be after this? I guess it would be hard to top.
Yeah, okay. I do actually have a few ideas, funnily enough. So one of them is and it's funny because I mean I've already done a lot of work on this one, but that's Goblin Town. So I've got a big Goblin Town build but I'd really like to kind of up the ante with it and make it into like a semi-permanent, like big cliffs and big structures and stuff like that. So it would kind of be, it'd be a variation of this theme, I suppose, except it would be like 10,000 craft sticks as opposed to 10,000 bricks, or 10,000 little planks sort of thing. So there's that. That's one option. And another option is, because I'd really love to make a big Gorka Morka fortress, so a big like 40k orc fortress thing. So I did do a build a while back when I was doing my kind of, like, I started doing a series of basically fixing, well, the whole thing was poking fun at competitive 40k terrain and the crappy MDF L-shaped ruins that permeates that scene, and trying to make them actually look cool, like actually make something look good. And so I did an orc scrap building version of it, which I really love doing, and that used, I think I used like, how many was it? It was well over 100 little rivets that I glued on individually. So that would be like a 10,000 rivets build or something ridiculous like that. So basically taking little bits of cardboard, sticking it on, or like rugged like sheet metal, and then I like use little rhinestones for the rivets. I reckon that would be pretty cool.
Nice.
All right. Boom. This is the next 100, folks. So here we go. Let's see how fast I can do it.
Oh, I thought you started already.
No, I was just counting out 100 bricks. Sheesh. Okay.
So
I'm gonna have to up the ante here.
We've got UR there who says slow, double that speed. Do it.
Do it. All right. Okay.
And then we also have.
Maybe if I don't.
Sir, I'm gonna show this to class.
Okay.
And we also have. Oh, there was a really funny one here. It was something about the horse again.
What's up with the horse? I'm not getting this reference.
Princess Haig, that looks so awesome sauce. Princess Haig, I've seen that you travel alongside your noble steed to work. It's because you're into medieval nerdy shit, mate. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you must have a noble steed for sure.
Yep, it's called a Toyota Corolla.
Cross from campaign terrain. Adam, you pay for the snacks and the shipping. I volunteer to eat the ice cream pops and send you the sticks.
Oh yeah, nice.
There you
go. I do actually. Hang on, wait. Sorry, we interrupt this program.
That's fine.
Ooh.
Just while you're doing that, I'll just say to anyone who's watching, Cross from Campaign Terrain does quite a few live streams on his YouTube channel, and he crafts away in this similar nature.
Cool.
Building lots of cool D&D terrain, loads of great techniques. He was working on a pirate ship recently. Very cool stuff. So check him out. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot of lollipops.
Yeah, so I've got quite a few craft sticks. So I don't have a shortage.
For me, it's coffee stirring sticks.
Like they are better.
Ones.
Yeah, they are better.
Those are great.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because like they're better in terms of the scale. They aren't but they're worse. Oh, sorry, they're better if you're going for efficiency. But they're not as good if you're going for like real rustic and rugged realism. That's right, in my experience anyway. Because with those pop sticks, I split them, so I cut them down the middle. Split them in hard work, but it does result in because you get like you get variance in terms of the thicknesses, and you get some that are a bit wonky and stuff like that. It looks so much better. But yeah, it is crazy. It definitely adds time, and then you suffer from RSI and the hands and the wrists as well.
I mean,
Ah,
all of
get on.
these terrain building techniques, there's no escaping the amount of time that these things take you.
Yeah,
Like you can come up with like little ideas along the way that are going to speed up the process. Like how are you going to rough up your edges? You know, you can sit there with a carving knife and like, you know, just chip away at the edges, or you
yep,
could get a Dremel out and like
yep.
there's no perfect way to do these things, but you just have to be motivated to do it in the first place. You know, if you're going to make something, you'll find a way to do it. Like,
100%. In New Zealand, we had a series of ads for a company, a cheese company, and the ads were always was good things take time. That's it. That's it right there. It's the same with terrain building. Good things take time.
mm-hmm. Good things take time.
Yep.
Nothing worth having comes easy.
That's right. That's right.
So stock and scene terrain.
Yep.
I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, mate. In Oz, we have half width but full length craft sticks. Let me know, and I'll send you some.
Oh, there we go.
I can share photos. I don't know where he's going to share the photos though.
Okay. Um,
And then we have you are there says cheese.
very good. Very good. Yeah. Well.
Mr. Hay, do you like Weezer? You better like Weezer, mate, or we're not friends anymore, man. Weezer are awesome.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
If you want to destroy my sweater.
Yeah. No, I do. I do like Weezer. I do like Weezer. I just there's a couple of students they just love going doo 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 with the guitar whenever they go up on stage. They're like, I feel like this needs a bit
Brilliant.
of Weezer, and then they do that, and I'm like, yeah, it's been a running joke.
Weezer's great, mate, though.
They're great. Yeah.
Gotta love a bit of Weezer.
Gosh, I've been around for a long time. It's good.
Yeah, it's still going.
All right, we're smashing out some more. So I would just like to shout out there are some frequent commenters on my videos, and I really appreciate it. We've got, I think it's Adolfo, gosh, what is it? Adolfo something. Anyway, he's like the percentage guy. So every single video in this series, he has done the percentage of what's left. Or no, of what has been completed, sorry. So at the moment, what are we on? 8,000, what is it, 8,800, we must be close to 8,900 now. So he'd be like, 89% done. Is that right? Yes, 89% done.
So, at one point, when we were chatting away about doing this stream and me kind of running the chat for you,
Yep.
you mentioned that you might want to do a poll or something in the chat at some point. Is that something you want
Oh,
to do?
yes, I do.
I can't set that up from my end, but like you'd mentioned that you wanted to do that. I didn't want you to forget about it.
Yeah, let's just throw it in there for interest's sake. So, how do I do this? If I go into my stream here, plus start a poll. All right, ask a question. Oh wait, no, that's not going to work, is it? Oh yeah, I'll go.
Well, I mean, there's two questions here, man, that might work for a poll.
Okay.
One of the things that you talked about was some people had mentioned that what's the name of the castle?
Ah, yes. Yep.
Or ideas for the banner for the flags on the castle?
Yes. These are great ideas. I'll just do this one first. and then we'll 30k, and let's add one more 20. I mean, so all right. Whoop, wrong question. So the original challenge was so start the poll. So the original challenge was, so I made the 10,000 bricks, and then and so the challenge was, can I build a castle using 10,000 individual bricks in 300 days was the original time frame.
How many bricks do you think we'll to finish?
Whoopsie. Good English, Mr. Haig.
Yeah, you're gonna get some crap at school for that one, mate.
Yeah. Well.
Mr. Haig, do not speak English.
To be fair, I'm multitasking and I'm not paying. Anyway, so all right,
No,
back to
that's fair. That's fair.
back to the thing. So obviously, it's going to be a lot more than 10,000 because this is just the outer wall. All right, so that's the thing, and I'm going to add a tower. In fact, I want to have two towers. Two towers. Lord of the Rings reference. No, I'm going to have multiple towers. I want to have a wizard's tower over on the western side, the right hand side of the wall, a tall, crazy looking wizard's tower, and then I want the tower over on this left hand side for. Did we determine what the pronunciation of enfilade? Is it enfilade or enfilade? Did we work that out before?
Right, yeah.
Maybe not. Anyway, so the idea is for a defensive position, a tower that can enfilade the approach towards the gatehouse across the drawbridge.
Yep.
So that, and then I'll have like a cobblestoned courtyard on the interior. Maybe I could add some buildings like a blacksmith and a barracks and armory and all that kind of stuff.
I love that.
Um,
Absolutely, mate. Once you started, you have to keep going.
Yeah, this is going to take 10 years to finish. And then, of course, I was talking about maybe having the removable subterranean like sewer system thing underneath, or canal system, and then potentially an inner wall and keep, and so on. So, how many bricks? Considering so far we've added. We're approaching. We must be on 9,000 by now, surely.
Okay, so I mean, the poll has already had 17 votes.
Oh wow, there we go.
18% of people say it's going to be 100,000.
Yep.
24% of people say it's going to be 50,000. 41% of people say it's going to be 30k, and I was also one of those people who clicked that.
Right.
And 20k say 18% say it's going to be 20k. But considering what you've just said to me, I would probably change my mind and move it towards the 50 to 100,000 kind of territory.
Yeah.
But also, just while we've been sitting here, we've had one vote for a name for your castle.
Oh, I love it. Okay, yep, let's hear it.
Castle McFortress Face.
Oh, that's great. That is a great name. That's a very serious. I mean, that's the kind of name that a lord of a castle would be proud to share with his lord homies. What was it? Castle McCastleface.
Castle McFortress Face.
Oh, Castle McFortress Face. Nice. Yeah, I wonder whether it needs to have something alluding to the sheer insanity that this project has been. Like,
which is not at all the same.
the castle. No, so I don't know. Adam's End. 3D games. Breaks.
So then, just so I don't lose the comments, because the chat goes up pretty quick, and don't want to lose as we're going along. Hessel's Polstra 7391 flags ? My granddad made model ships and used old black thee, Thee. I don't know what that is. To soak linen into make sails.
Okay.
Nice tarnished look.
Cool.
So I don't know what that is exactly, but
Okay.
that sounds like a cool technique
Interesting
that we
technique.
could
Yeah.
learn from.
Nice.
RKL RK Lammer says, "Hey Adam, you missed a brick."
Yeah. I hope you're all like counting. You know, keeping
We've
count.
also got another name castle name vote.
Yep.
Fortress of Endless Solitude.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's the kind of theme that I'm leading
I mean, to
towards.
be honest, if we were not on a live stream right now, you would be there sitting in your solitude laying bricks.
I would. Yep.
You know what I mean?
That is kind of my life these days.
Someone else, Osmania12 says, you should add a chicken coop so your citizens can have egg sandwiches for morning tea.
Okay. Yes, I know who this is. This is a teacher colleague of mine. I should have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's.
There you go.
Yeah, I like it.
Well, I mean, Osmania12 has been in the chat for at least an hour and has put in a few comments. I'm. It's hard to keep track of all the comments, to be honest. Because whenever I put one comment in the space of time that you take to answer a question, you've had several more comments. So I'm kind of picking and choosing as I go along.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good problem to have. Guys. I love it. Thank you. Keep them coming. Yeah. Well, so Austin is he's a colleague of mine, and it's been a running joke because every day I've had egg sandwiches for lunch, and the reason is we have a chicken coop here. We've got chickens, and so yeah, they're wonderful little creatures
in your garden.
Yeah, just at the back of our house.
We have quails in our garden.
Oh, that's cute.
Little tiny ones.
Yep, nice. Are they wild or are they? No,
no.
Pets.
There's a little coop. There's a little like a cage area. But I mean, to be honest, they're dying off.
Oh dear.
We might need to replenish the stocks.
Oh. Do you like harvest the eggs or do they?
Oh yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah. Yep. So you have little quail eggs. That's crazy.
They're the only eggs my daughter will eat. She won't eat chicken eggs.
Oh really?
But like the little tiny quail eggs, she likes them.
That is interesting.
Yeah.
I just imagine. I mean, I have had a quail egg before, but they're so tiny. So the effort that goes into, peeling off the shell for the tiny little egg that you get.
100%. They are annoying to get the shell off.
It's crazy. Yeah, so we've got chickens. So I think we've got 9 now. This one, a chicken died a little while back. But yeah, they're great. They're little.
I had some
converters.
New Zealander friends in Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
And they used to call them chooks. Do you call them chooks?
Chooks, yeah. We call them chooks for sure.
Yep. That rings a bell.
That rings true. That is definitely what we call them.
They've now moved to. What's that European country? It doesn't matter. Anyway, castles are usually named after a place. Otherwise, they are named after the way they look.
Yeah,
Would you prefer a name after a place or about how it looks? P.S. It's Rich Clammer.
Hey, g'day. So he's one of my wonderful patrons. Thank you. You're joining in. You're right. They are normally named after a place. And I guess the thing is, because this castle doesn't have a place, I mean, I could call it Castle Adam's Garage, but that's doesn't have the same gravitas, it doesn't quite sound impressive enough. So I guess we could go with how it looks. What would we call it? Castle spongy, foamy, castle cheese bites. But of course, it won't look like cheese bites once it's painted. So it doesn't quite work either.
What town do you live in?
You want to dox me right now?
Oh no, sorry, yeah, forget that. Forget that. Don't say it. You never know who's watching.
You never know. You never know. Yeah, no, and I don't. That wouldn't quite work because, I mean, I live in a place that uses a I don't know. It's got a Māori name, so Indigenous peoples of New Zealand name, and I mean, I guess it could. But yeah, no, I think I'd rather go with like the feel of it, or I don't know, it's a fantasy, or we come up with a fantasy setting, I suppose, seeing as it's a fantasy castle. Yeah, all right. Well, it's worth a thought. Let's have a look at this poll. Yep.
You are there says we need to finish the product before you name it.
That's probably
then
a good
Lee
call.
Early says Wonky Stairsville.
Come on, man.
You're never gonna leave these stairs down, man.
No, I know. Maybe I do need to just bite the bullet and redo them. Ugh. Succumb to peer pressure.
And then
that's another 100.
You already doxed yourself in the comments to me previously.
Oh,
I don't know how you did that, but apparently you did.
All right.
Call it the roost.
The roost.
A row. Oh well, maybe I.
5. Yep. I like it. What, and have a rooster for the banner? Okay, so that's 300 attached. Have I increased my pace at all? Or am I still lagging behind?
Someone says, "Oh, kind of disappointed. I thought there would be someone beside you rubbing and grinding real stones for the sound effects whenever you put one in."
It's funny. I did think about how could I incorporate the sounds, and again, I guess if I'm a bit more organized, or I get a bit more used to the whole live stream thing and make it semi-regular, then maybe I could work out a way to, I don't know. Every now and then, add a brick sound.
Shall I try a little experiment here, Adam?
Let's go.
If it doesn't work, we
go.
will not use it. But just 1 second here.
Okay. Well, this has got me a little excited. I'm not going to lie.
Well, wait, you hear? Yeah. You never know. I just don't know if this is going to work.
The anticipation is building.
Okay, so here's an 8-minute clip of laying bricks sound effects. Can you hear that?
I can. That's not going to get annoying at all. I see no way in which this is going to be annoying after several minutes.
I'm going to press pause. I'm just going to give you another 5 seconds over the 5.
Yeah. Sorry, hang on, wait, because you've got to synchronize it with me actually laying the bricks, because otherwise it makes no sense.
That's a bridge too far for me.
Yeah. No. I'm just now that I've actually counted out another 100. I did, Yeah, I did. I think that's right. Yep, that's 100. Okay, I've got another 100 bricks here. All right, so let's see if we can if I can lay bricks to a similar rate at which those sounds were occurring. I could hear it. Yeah. What do we comments. Is it working?
Okay, well, you tell me when to press play on that again, and I will.
All right. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna have to pick up the pace though, because those were pretty. That was regular. All right. Ready. Set. Go. Oh. Ah. This, this isn't gonna work. It's too fast. It's too fast. Ah. Okay. Yeah.
I think you're getting sacked, mate.
Yep. I am. Just shows, in reality, it takes a while to get these blooming bricks on.
I'll press pause again, but you can see how that, listening to that bricklaying sound, you can see how someone managed to lay 1,056 bricks in 1 hour.
Yeah.
That's insane, right?
That is. That is insane. What's that? How many bricks per second is that?
My maths is terrible, mate. So what? Let me try and figure it out for you.
It's a fairly simple calculation.
60 minutes. 60 minutes in an hour.
Yep.
So let's go.
So
1,056
divide by 60. Divide by 60.
Yeah. Divided by 60.
Showing our maths.
17.6 bricks a minute.
What? No, it must be a second.
No, a minute.
Oh no, it wouldn't be a minute. 17.
Yeah, I mean, I think 17.6 bricks a second would be a.
Yeah, that is pretty fast. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
17.6 bricks a minute.
I feel like it would be more than that. But I guess. Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's just over 3 seconds a brick.
Listen, mate, just working in the building industry, if you had someone on your building site laying bricks at that speed, you would be making a gold mine.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, like most bricklayers are in the region of what? I mean, if you got a really good bricklayer, they're maybe 500 bricks in a day.
Right.
You know, I mean, someone out there is probably going to say, no, I can lay way more than that, but you know.
Well, look, I've laid over 300 bricks in less than 2 hours, so
that's pretty damn good.
That's pretty blooming good, isn't it? I mean, sure.
And you're building a castle.
I mean, sure, they're made out of foam, but still.
Oh, this is the best castle name ever. Castellum Autisium.
Yes. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yes, I've had a lot of comments.
I mean, you've got at least ADHD's got to be there somewhere.
It's got to be. Yeah. I'm not autistic. Just for the record, as far as I'm aware, certainly not diagnosed with autism. But yeah, ADHD is probably in there. But again, like, I don't know, everyone these days I don't know, it's like it's a fashion trend or something. I don't know, everyone seems to.
We've all got a little bit of something.
We've all got a little bit of something. We're all a little somewhere on the spectrum. But yeah, anyway, no, if anything, I'm definitely suffer from an acute case of pedantically perfectionist.
200 bricks an hour is 18 seconds a brick, says Pig Gibbon. So that's what you're laying at the minute. At the minute you're laying per brick 18 seconds. But actually, I mean, it might be about right. Just watching you now.
Yeah.
18 seconds per brick. That sounds about right.
I'm going a little bit wonky. This is
Maybe I'm putting too much pressure on you, mate.
Well, no, I mean, look, I'm putting the pressure on myself because I did want to try and get to the 10,000, which probably was a bit ambitious in hindsight. Um, but yeah, the definitely means with the added speed, I'm not being as careful with the lines, so it's going a little bit wonky wonky. But hey, look, I need to even it out for those steps, don't I?
How about
Ooh.
you just like paste a load of glue on the cardboard and then put like a bunch of bricks in your hand and then just blow them onto it.
Is this a net one technique or is this from the
Yeah,
comments? This is a net
that's
one,
what I
yeah.
do every time, mate. Trust me.
Right, yeah, okay.
Tried
Uh,
and tested technique.
well, if you were a true fan, you would have seen. Uh, I have
That you
tried.
actually tried this.
Well, I haven't tried that in particular, but when I had my knee surgery and I came home and I was woozy on medication,
Yeah.
I had this wonderful idea to do something similar. So I just put a big blob of glue against the cardboard, and then I sort of just threw a whole lot of bricks at it, um, and it just looked absolutely ridiculous. I mean, it was just like, and then so the idea was I'd throw it, and then I'd just kind of wiggle them into place, but no, it didn't. It was not an efficient method of bricklaying, in hindsight. So I had to redo it all.
I
But
have no doubt.
yeah. Anyway, sometimes you just can't escape. It takes time.
Lee,
You know, we just have to get on with it.
Lee says wonky to match the stairs. Clever.
That's what I'm here for the genius ideas like that.
Oh man, you're never gonna live these stairs down.
No.
Did you end up finishing more of the Trebulations?
The what? You mean like the crenellations? What do they mean?
Trenellations. They might mean
Trenellations?
trenellations. I don't know.
What are
It
trenellations?
says
Is this a term I'm
um,
unfamiliar with?
J. Lean L. Please clarify your comment. Did I miss the drain building from Nick Fisher?
Oh, here we go. Here, so Nick Fisher, welcome. Good to have you aboard. So, one of my my cousins from across the ditch in Australia. He's been a frequent commenter requesting a drain with skeletons. So the idea is,
Cool.
yes, eventually I will cut into this glorious wall. I'll cut, I don't know, maybe like a circular culvert, or maybe on just next to it over here or something, and have like iron bars across it, and maybe some like skeletons kind of, sort of stuck up against
That sounds
the
cool.
bars.
A few Citadel skulls.
Yep. Well, yeah. Rather than pay more money towards Games Workshop, I'll probably 3D print some. To be honest.
Fair enough, man.
I do. I have some skeletons left over from my Goblin Town build. I printed a whole lot of them.
Derger81 says, is it already decided with what kind of heavy sphere the castle walls will be destroyed? Steel, bowling, maybe a real old cannon. I mean, ... devil face.
Okay. Well, okay. Funnily enough, I have thought through some different ideas, and with my daily content with the shorts, and one of those ideas was to have like a spinning circle to start each day with a deciding like a spinning circle thing, which would determine how many bricks I have to add on that day, and then if I fail to do so, however many, I don't know, I'd have to work out some kind of formula, but then I'd have to shoot the wall with a slingshot. That
Oh, very cool.
I did have that thought. Probably a really silly thing to do, but I thought that could be quite funny, just to add some stakes. It's like if I don't get this many bricks done, then these are real stakes. I'm going to get my beautiful castle. It's going to get shot. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Maybe that will happen at some point. Let's just go like that. Fill that gap randomly.
Okay, still more comments. Where did I go with these comments? Like, there's so many. Like, I don't know where to go. I'll go with Ehai. I can't read the name. Ehai O'Connor. What up, fellow Kiwi? I tried bricks before. I died doing half that much.
Well, I'm glad that you miraculously survived from your death by bricks experience. Yeah, it's not for the faint-hearted, that's for sure. As I've said many times in my comments, it takes a special brand of insanity to take on a challenge like this. And I've had so many people say, "Why don't you just score a brick pattern into a sheet of foam, you moron?"
Well, I've done that before, and it does work.
Yeah, it does, and same. I mean, I've done that. I've used that exact method multiple times, and yeah, it looks cool. It does look cool, but does it look as cool?
Well,
That's the question.
I mean, we're gonna have that debate off camera because I don't want to ruin your stream. The thing is, mate, you set yourself a challenge, and now you have to stick to it. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is once you start something, you got to finish it, like, you know.
Well, and the other one is, it's nice to have a challenge sometimes. Like it's. I think it's good to push the boundaries of what's possible. And yes, I could just score the brick pattern in, and yes, that does look really effective. And again, like I can have that debate as well. I have used it effectively in the past, but what I've never done before. What I've never done before is build an entire castle using individual foam bricks. And so here I am, scratching that particular itch.
Well, I mean, it's something. I mean, I've used bricks never on this scale ever, not even close, mate. And it's fun. And actually, that's what you are there says. Scoring bricks just isn't as fun, and I would agree with that.
100%.
100%.
Yep. It's kind of like
fun.
Lego.
It's fun.
This is like Lego building. There's a satisfaction inherent in building something brick by brick.
Not telling 2976 says I missed the bricklaying noise, so I'm going to play it again for a second or two here.
Okay.
Here you go. Just to remind you.
My favourite part, the bricks that I have to like squeeze into place, and it has that nice grinding sound. It is strangely satisfying.
I'm actually just impressed with myself that I managed to sort that out. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
Press pause though.
You're a legend in your own time, mate. So what's everyone working on out there? There's some crafters, hobbyists, anyone building something or painting minis or anything like that right now?
Yep. Yeah, so fill the comments up with what you're building on, and I will relay these things to Adam as he's laying bricks.
Yep.
I'm just going to check back on... I mean, I think we've touched base on a lot of the stuff that you wanted to talk on. the origin story of how this project came about. Have we gone over that? I think we're like a couple hours into the stream, so you might want to like. We've probably got new viewers right now compared to at the beginning.
Reiterate. Yeah.
Maybe you want to touch base on that again.
Yep. Yeah, we did talk about it, but we can go. We can talk about that again. So, essentially, well, with a bit of added detail, I suppose. So, right back in January, um, there was a challenge set to do a 30-day daily content challenge. So there was a guy. So there's a dude who has a podcast called Smart Passive Income podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and he set the challenge essentially. So he's got a YouTube channel. He does Pokemon content. Anyway, so he set himself the challenge. He did a daily. He's got it's a shorts dedicated channel about opening packets of Pokemon. It's not my scene, but whatever. And it's worked really well. So he does the same thing. It's formulaic. It just basically opens a pack each time. Anyway, so the whole point is the idea or the premise was supposed to be something that is relatively low effort. It's supposed to be like and is repeatable, so that you don't have to think too much, and so you can kind of churn out daily content. And so he set the challenge to do a 30 days of daily content. And so I had this ridiculous idea of, wow, I could just build something using thousands of individual foam bricks. And so every day and of course, me being me, I was like, 30 days is too easy. Let's do 300 days. And so I set myself the challenge of building a castle using foam bricks, 10,000, see if I could make it with 10,000 foam bricks in 300 days. So from that perspective, I've absolutely smashed my time because this is day 102 essentially, and we're almost on 10,000. So we've passed 9,000, by the way, folks. We passed 9,000 a few bricks ago. I can't remember how many, but
9,000.
9,000. Okay. Yeah. So the challenge. So that's what I set myself, and then it's kind of just grown from there. And I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous because the whole idea is supposed to be relatively low effort. There's nothing low effort about this. There's nothing low effort
It's
about this.
amazing. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, gluing a brick to a piece of cardboard is not a difficult task. But when you have 10,000 of them to do, that's another matter.
Yeah. And also, it's not only that, like, because when I first started, these videos were very simple, and I smashed out quite a few of them pretty quickly. And because I would just add about 30 odd, because I'd worked out for 300 days, 10,000, it worked out to be like 33 bricks a day or something.
Wow, that's way too low, mate.
Yeah, exactly. And so that's how I started. So it started pretty slow, and then it kind of escalated from there. Also, I didn't have the brick sounds at the start, and I didn't have the brick counter at the start. There, there they are, brick sounds. Yeah, so it's kind of grown in complexity in terms of the editing process, which is kind of contradictory to the idea of doing the daily content. It's supposed to be relatively low effort or something that you can do really quickly. So
just being a fellow crafter and content creator, man, anything like this, you set yourself out and it starts out great, and then once you're halfway in, you realize, what have I bitten off? I've bitten off way more than I can chew. You know, it's
Yeah.
I mean, you're filming yourself. You've got to organize your materials. You've got to set yourself up for that whole like. There's so much going on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so while you were giving us that last little update, a whole stream of comments came in.
Okay.
Because I think one of the questions that you asked was, "What are you guys working on?"
Oh yes. Let's hear it.
etc. And I'm just going to run through them, and then if you want to stop at any point and talk about any of that, you just let me know.
Cool. Yeah. No, I'm keen to hear.
So the first one that came in was from Tim Archer, 9469. Sorting out my pile of opportunity, which is large enough, I need an intervention.
Don't we all, mate? Don't we all?
Rayanne Toaster says, last night I drew a lot of cool things with the curly hair student. I don't know what that means. You are there. I'm not right this second, but I'm about to start gluing more clones together. I've been
Hey.
painting
Cool.
have been painting a WLO5 speeder tank on stream lately though, which is very cool.
Cool. Yeah. Nice.
Then we got Conman33 says, hello from Scotland. I love growing up here as we are surrounded by castles, both ruined and functional.
Nice.
I love the history of them too. Keep pushing, lad. Just a little bit of emotional support there.
Yeah. Nice. Thank you. I need it desperately.
Not telling 2976 says, I'm currently building the dreaded Necron Doomsday Arc.
Ooh. Nice.
Which is very cool. And then some historical accuracy building knowledge here from Pierre. Yes, David 1789 says historical wall usually have a realignment rank every few meters. A clean and super flat rank of bricks that readjust the wonkiness of previous ranks.
Yeah, nice.
So that's interesting. And you could use
that's a good
that
shout
to disguise your fast rank in something on purpose. I mean, that's definitely something you could do if you wanted to sort that out in the foam bricks as well.
That's a good shout.
And then we've got there was quite a lot here, man. So I'm talking. I'm sorry.
Cool.
R.K. Lammer, Rick Lammer, was it? Is this going to be a good castle or an evil castle? Is it controlled by a lord, a king, or a sorcerer? Do you envisage a fantasy sigil like a dragon or something, more earthy like a crow or a snake? So let's pause there and I'll let you answer that one.
These are good questions. Yeah, I haven't thought that far ahead. So, hey, maybe this castle has gone through multiple iterations. You know, different rulers, and some who are benevolent and some who are evil. So maybe it's morality neutral. You know, like maybe it comes down to it's a functional thing. And it's gone through many hands, so sometimes it's bad, sometimes it's not so bad. I don't know, maybe.
No, dude, that's actually a really historically accurate kind of answer. Coming from Northern Ireland, we have a lot of castles as well.
Yeah.
And castles changed hands. When you had a siege in a castle, the old owner got kicked out, and the new owner took residence. Castles changed hands in history. Between good and bad. Not telling 2976, is it easier to apply the glue to the brick, then attach or apply the glue to the wall and stick the bricks to it? I think we kind of talked about that a bit earlier, but maybe you weren't here. You're doing a bit of both, right?
Yeah, doing a bit of both. I think it probably is fractionally faster applying the glue and then jamming the bricks on there. Maybe. I think it is. It is. But when it comes to, and so that's probably what I should be doing right now instead of the dab and dot and dab or whatever it was called.
Yep.
uh, and so maybe that's what I'll pivot. Maybe I'll pivot to that now. But the reason why I mix it up generally in terms of the shorts that I've been producing is I do the dab and place method whenever I'm adding the brick sounds because it looks better than a big splat of glue on the cardboard. But yeah, so
Okay,
I don't know. I haven't actually put it through a rigorous scientific test to see whether it's faster.
And this is just going to show you how many comments have come in a period of time. It was what, maybe 10 minutes ago. We hit 9K, and we've got a bunch of comments just saying 9K high, 9,000. It's over 9,000. Sir, you're so awesome. Blah blah blah. And then we've got Nick Clark 8084 currently painting Mechanis Krios and a 3D printed Thunderhawk, as
Ooh.
well as a couple of A3 size diorama display boards.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Then we got Pig Gibbon painting the 18,000 points, 1800 points of orcs I have built and primed ready for Armageddon.
Oh, nice. That's something I could get
Um,
behind. Love orcs.
yeah, Rocky Motion. It's really late for me. I might leave soon.
See you later, buddy.
Peter,
Thank you.
stick around. Fall asleep. Leave the laptop open. Um, at the current pace, 33 bricks a day is 10 minutes ish. That is painfully doable.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Princess Haig, I find myself much delighted by observing this spectacular, thine exceeding excellency.
Okay.
I think that might be one of your students. And Daryl Adams, g'day, Kiwilanders from Emutopia.
Okay. Nice. I don't know where that is.
MJX Sinclair says, I painted 360 Romans last week.
Whew.
Hastati. I don't know what that is.
Hastati, they're
doing
the
another 360.
yeah, they're the
Principal.
Roman soldiers and principes with the or principes
Oh,
or
Principe,
principals,
yeah. That's what
with
he
the
said, yeah.
with the veterans. All that heavily
And
armored
then
dudes.
we have meow. Someone says meow.
Okay. Fair enough.
Evil castles are much more fun to create, as you can add lots of evil details to it, especially if it's fantasy.
Yeah, I do like a bit of evil. In fact, well, the thing is though, the last castle that I built was evil, so this time I'm keeping it kind of neutral, I suppose. So I did.
I mean,
Yep.
You did do actually an evil castle before, and I kind of
I
did
did.
something similar with the 3D printed stuff from Microforge Minis.
That's
like
it.
all of those like evil crenellations that you can get.
That's it. Yep.
You remember that?
Yes, I do. Yeah, how could I forget? Yeah, shout out Albert from Microforge Minis. Is that? Yeah, it is
Yep.
Microforge Minis, isn't it? Yeah, and his amazing slice and slot system. Yeah, so I did. So yeah, we both did. You did some scatter terrain, didn't you, Mike?
I mean, I have it here if you want to see it.
Yeah, yeah. Give us a geese.
Evil castle.
Evil. Very nice. Very nice. And that is with
Now,
scored foam too. Everybody, that's the
exactly.
difference.
So yeah, that goes back to the conversation which we had. Laid bricks versus scored foam. This is what the scored foam looks like.
Yes.
And then evil crenellations, evil castle.
Speaking of evil castles, there's my evil castle hiding up there. Can I move it a bit closer? It's hiding.
Yeah, where's your castle? Are you going to go and get the whole thing now?
All right. Can we see?
Yours is a little bigger than mine. Not
uh,
that we're measuring.
hey, it's how you use it. There you go. Yeah. So I don't know if you can see. Can you see? There you go. Boom. Big castle. Big snowy castle. And again, that was with scored foam as well. I didn't do individual bricks with that one. If you haven't seen it, check out the video on YouTube on the main channel. Right. Do you want to just talk, keep the people entertained, Mike? I just need to go to the bathroom really quick. Yep. Desperate.
Okay, so...
I'll be right back.
Okay, guys, he's gone. We can say whatever we want now. So, like, why don't you fill up the chat with, like, you know, especially secrets about Adam that I don't know. That'd be great. I hope this isn't one of those parts where everyone drops off. Adam will be back in a minute or two. I'll try and run back here to some of the comments. What I would like to know is, where does this Princess Heg thing come from? Obviously, that's a school thing. Please tell me in the comments, guys. I would like to know what Princess Heg is all about. I do like the horse reference, by the way. No water, no breaks, cool hand, mountain man. I'm going to have to tell Adam when he gets back. I kind of feel like I'm naked now because Adam's not here. For anyone who's just jumped in, there is a man here laying bricks, but he's just gone to have a pee. If it's from the Pinkerton album... Oh, yeah. So, well, I mean, I guess while we're talking about Weezer here, by the way, good shout, guys. Weezer's a great band. Dear Mr. Moderator, do you have a YouTube channel as well? Yes, I do. My YouTube channel is called Nat1 Videos, N-A-T, 1 the number, videos. And I do similar things to what Adam does, but I'm not here to take over his stream. I'm just here to support my friend. He's doing this challenge. It's because you said he has a horse, so it's like a princess thing. Okay, princesses have horses.
Okay.
I can see. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm in Weezer's top 100 listeners worldwide. That's a pretty dedicated fan right there. Oh,
hello.
Cam is back and Adam is back. Yes. I was kind of feeling a little bit naked without you, man, there. I was like, oh, okay, all of a sudden I have to entertain people.
I hope you weren't actually naked, though. Cause...
I mean, I kept my clothes on, so it's all good.
Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah, all right, where are we? I better just try and refresh this, because so my wife has just pointed out that my camera needs to come up or something. So let's just...
Okay, so we've got Happy Mitty 5044 says, love Goblin Town, building my own at the minute.
Yes.
That real prue of wood is expensive.
Okay.
Cool Hand Mountain Man.
Hey, there he is. Patron.
A man who builds a castle is either ambitious, patient, or gloriously unreasonable. You appear to be all three, and that result is worth applauding.
Thanks, dude. I think.
Happy Mitty 504 says, I want the Gundabad Castle.
The Gundabad Castle.
Which would be very cool, actually.
Yeah, well, what did I can't even remember what the OG story of the Snowy Castle was in the end. Was it Gundabad? I feel like it might have. Anyway.
I mean, we've talked about this quite a few times with both of our projects, like terrain building and stuff. Is like, obviously, we're massively influenced by Middle Earth. But like these projects,
what's that?
I mean, you could put this on you could put this on a D&D table. You could put this on like a Grimdark table. You could put this on like a 40k, table. Like it's...
Yeah, 100%. it's the beauty of castles, and an imaginative mind, as you can apply it for lots of different systems for sure. All right, I'm gonna employ the technique that was mentioned earlier on. I apologise, I can't remember the username, but was to have
gluing the wall and blowing bricks at it.
no, that was a stupid idea, Michael. No, no, it was to do a line, to do a leveling bit. So I'm going to use the tape that I used for my frame to help me keep it level. Actually, I'm just going to bang them on. By the way, so here we go. So this will be brick number 9048, 9049, 9050. There we go. That's where we're at.
Nice.
I'm not sure what the significance of 9050 is. Yes, go.
Just literally just watching you glue these bricks, and just because someone's brought up that comment about how do you keep things level.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but like I was wondering, what about, because it's cardboard behind, you could literally draw lines, some guidelines on the cardboard to give yourself a reasonable guide as you go of levelness. Now, obviously, you would be off on occasion, but you would have something there to give you some kind of a guide as you go. You know what I mean?
Again, mate, you're giving yourself away as not being a true fan, because I have done.
You've done this?
I've done these I've done these exact things. It's all right. It's fine. It's fine.
I am a true fan. I've just got my own shit to do.
Like that's an excuse. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop doing everything I want to do, and I'm gonna just dedicate myself to watching your videos from now on. I'm just gonna say that right now.
That's a great idea, and I appreciate your sacrifice. Yeah, I have done that. So a big issue that I had with this humongous wall, and so there's my hand, right, to give you an idea of the proportion, is because it's so large and it curves as well. So it curves around. It was really difficult. I was going wonky a lot, and so yeah, at times I'd get out the spirit level with a ruler and draw some level lines, and yes, that kind of
nice.
help keep me nice and level. Speaking of which, I need to get a ruler, and where is my, there it is. I'll get my spirit level, and we'll do exactly that just now. Have I got a pencil? Maybe a pen? Yeah, okay, cool. Right. Anyway, so what kind of were you talking smack about me behind my back?
No, I didn't have much of an opportunity. That was a very quick pee, so don't worry about it. Cool Hand Mountain Man says, I found myself defending you against a troll in the comments the other day.
Oh.
And in doing so, I may have upgraded a skirmish into a war.
Oh.
My apologies for the artillery. I do love your work.
Oh, thanks, man. No, I appreciate it. I do. I think I actually saw that little comment thread, and I thought I'd just keep out of it, because oftentimes there are trolls out there, and look, one of the things. So the channel has done really well since building this castle. I've experienced some significant growth with the channel, which is awesome. And one side of it, sadly, is trolls, and because when your content gets pushed out to a wider range of people, that's when you experience some quite nasty comments sometimes. And yeah, there's some seriously unhinged stuff that comes out. But really, at the end of the day, it's just, I don't know, it shows how stupid some people are, you know, or like how sad they must be in their life.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, it's the nature of the beast, you know, the internet's a weird place. It's just, yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for sticking up for me, and defending my honor against the trolls.
Do you know what? Whenever you did the last segment, when you filmed the front of the castle there, you ran your hand against the big wall.
Yeah.
And I can just imagine the feeling of all of those dried bricks.
Oh, it's
that
beautiful.
Feels good.
It's beautiful, yeah. Yeah.
It's a beautiful feeling,
It
mate.
is. It is.
Like, you know they're all secure. It's done. That section's done.
Yep. It's also, it feels nice and warm too, you know, like, because polystyrene has that insulating quality to it. I mean, that's what it's used for, right? But yeah, it feels good. Oh, hello, Mrs. Haig.
Hello. Who is this Princess Haig?
Was that you?
No.
Oh.
Is this Princess Haig?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
No, it's apparently not. So
I think Adam is Princess Haig, according to the students at school.
Yeah, probably. Probably. Usually Hagelton. It's usually Hagelton.
Sir Hagelton is a go-to, yeah. Certainly.
So somebody 950 to go. So Pig Gibbon has figured out that at the rate that you're going, it will take you 4 hours and 45 minutes to complete 10,000 bricks.
Oh dear. Okay. That's that's quite a long time. So Michael, what is the time for you, mate? Because I appreciate it must be getting late for you over there.
I am at 11. I'm 20 past 11 here. 18 minutes past 11 UK time. But mate, I'm having a great time, so don't worry about me.
Okay, sweet. So you heard it here, folks. Michael's keen to keep going.
Don't use me as your scapegoat.
Michael's keen to keep going through to 4 a.m. That's what I heard.
I can definitely go to midnight. But if you got to go earlier, mate, that's on you.
Ooh. Okay, I've got to look after wee little puss.
I've seen this cat in your videos before.
I don't think this one has been in any of my videos yet. But she so she's a new one. So she's a little stray that came into our lives that we've adopted. And tell you what, she is a mischief. No, you don't. Hang on, she's freaking out because of the car. Her favourite pastime is to climb up onto my hobby desk in the living room and whack all of the paint pots off. Don't you? It's a great game, isn't it?
You have to teach her to lay some bricks.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Speaking of crazy unhinged comments, so in the video where I did the double-sided board and I laid thousands of bricks to make a cobblestone floor, I started getting these comments accusing. So in the video, if you haven't seen it out there, folks, there is one of the most replayed moments of that video was when, to my horror, I discovered that my cat had come. This was after I'd painted all the foam bricks.
That's the video I saw. I thought it was the same cat. Sorry.
Yeah, different cat. So it was like that, essentially. It was all painted, beautiful, like bricks, looking cool. And I came back and found but his cat scratches. The cat had used it as a scratching post. Anyway, so I got all these comments accusing me of faking it. Basically, they said, how pathetic are you? You did that yourself just to get the clicks. Look, are you serious? Like, come on. Nonsense.
A couple more questions coming in.
Yep. Hit me.
Ian Goeringer 9451.
Okay.
Absolutely have loved waking up to see bricks added every morning. do you have any other YouTube creator inspirations, and what was your emphasis in your Master of Arts?
Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. So, um, yeah. So I've just recently finished my masters. What am I doing with this? Hang on. It's just sorry. I'm just taking a little moment to recalibrate. Let's put that there. Yeah. So hang on. What was the question again? So content influencers.
And what was your emphasis on in your Masters of Arts?
Yeah. Okay. So the masters was in communication. It was essentially looking at the algorithm and how to increase engagement rates and stuff. It was basically my YouTube stuff.
Yep.
Anyway, and looking at terms like authenticity and yeah, how that translates in the inauthentic world that is content creation. You know, like there's this whole idea of authenticity is something that we want to strive for when making content. But then there's this weird phenomenon where it's like people put on fake authenticity, like they fake stuff. So it's kind of like, or they do it deliberately. So they deliberately appear. So often in like fashion and stuff like that, like influencers will come on and they deliberately don't do makeup and stuff like that, or like deliberately do things to appear more authentic. And anyway, so it's
yep,
it's a minefield of weird psychology.
I mean,
so
as
that's
soon
what
as
it was.
you're in the content creation field, you have that to wade through, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so and really it was kind of looking into, well, what's my channel, what's my brand, what's happening, what am I trying to achieve and stuff like that. So it's a lot of time spent on that kind of thing. And what was the other question? There was who are my influences? So my original probably, well, Geek Gaming, CNX, he was an early influence. Luke Towan, the railroad. Yeah, like a lot of early influence there. Zorp, obviously he. It was funny because when I found his channel, that was sort of the tipping point really, because he just sort of reminded me of myself. Similar sort of energy, similar.
Well, you guys have done a few collabs together now as well, right?
Yeah, we have. Yeah. Yeah. So, and he's a good mate now. I mean,
He's a cool guy, man.
Went to his wedding not so long ago, which was good fun. I tried stealing his bag end diorama, but didn't quite get away with it. It was very cute, very cute little diorama, that one. But yeah, so those would be my influences, and then of course Nat1 videos.
Unfortunately, you had to say that because I'm here, but
so yeah, check out Nat1. He's a master crafter in his own right. Check out his latest one.
This goes back to the whole authenticity argument, Adam. You know what I mean?
What's that? Oh, yeah. Stop being so inauthentic.
Like, authenticity is just like, oh yeah, this guy just so happens to be on the stream. That's so authentic. Yeah, great.
But to be fair, I love your stuff. I mean, I got into your stuff before I knew you, so that is authentic, actually. But yeah, seriously, check out his Argonath video. That's amazing. Yeah, it's very cool.
So then, furry. So then, basically, at that moment, the cat came in, and we got a lot of comments saying "kitty meow meow, kitty kitty kitty."
Okay.
And then somebody says, "Your wife is not Princess Haig. Your wife is King Haig."
Okay.
And then we have, a furry agent of chaos in the room full of electrostatic foam bricks. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I mean, she's pretty young, and she's only really just recently started exploring the great outdoors of our house, the great outdoors. So she's been kind of kept in the house for most of the time, and now she's sort of exploring and going a bit further afield. And so she's only recently started coming into the garage, and I don't know how I feel about this because, as I've mentioned, she's already takes great pleasure in knocking all my paint pots off my little hobby desk inside. So yeah, and then when she came in, she was kind of furtively exploring, and then she hopped into my little box of foam bricks, and I freaked out because I thought she was gonna, start scratching and go for go for a poo, and so I was like, no, and then she freaked out and leapt out, and bricks went everywhere. So yeah, it's already begun. Little agent of chaos is right.
So just we had the conversation there a second ago about some other content creators. Someone has asked, and this is from Written Cornas 5336. I'm terrible at pronouncing people's names.
That's fine.
Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried the RP Archive modular system?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you don't know RP Archive?
No.
Oh, mate. Oh, my. You would love RP Archive.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's a UK content creator, mostly for D&D based kind of tabletop sort of stuff. But he uses a lot of magnets in terms of like putting his pieces together.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff. Like,
yeah, okay, nice.
Yeah, definitely check out RP Archive if you don't.
Yeah.
If you don't know it. Yeah, he's been going for years now, but he does his content similarly to me, which is basically he'll work on a big project for months and months and months and not put any content out, and then he'll release a video, and it'll all be in the one video sort of thing. Like
yeah.
But his stuff is way better than mine. I mean, he's very, very good, basically.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out.
Cats are chaos. This is why I endorse them. You don't need rocks and balls of aluminium foil. Just sit your cat in the box for a few seconds, and away you go. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, you could use your cat as a texture.
Yep. I mean, I would suggest that may be seen as not great for the cat's health, unless I can somehow fashion some kind of respirator for the cat.
Yeah.
Because I had a near-death experience when I was texturing all these bricks, where I was worried. Well, I just started having these serious coughing fits because I'm usually pretty good with my PPE, but I forgot. So when I was texturing them all, I was shaking all these bricks in a bag with gravel to give it that nice textured look, and I wasn't wearing my respirator. And then after a while, I kind of just started having these mean coughing fits, and then it dawned on me that I'm looking around at all this fine dust that's floating around. So it was a mixture of rock dust and foam dust, neither of which is particularly great in your lungs.
Yeah, man. So we've got another one come in. Well, we've got quite a few come in the last few seconds. Brad Craig 6676 says, "Hi Adam, hi Michael. Relaxing afternoon watching you lay bricks. A reward for mowing the lawn. And my own mega project languishes until tomorrow." We would be interested to know what is your mega project, Brad Craig.
Actually, that name rings a bell.
I'm going to come back to one of the questions. I'm trying to do them in a certain order here, but
Yeah, go for it,
my
buddy. Go
cat
for
has
it.
done some amazing texturing on my phone. Says Hi Osworld 109. Then we've got our Mintamzarian 8256 says, do you have a drawing of what you want it to look like when it's finished?
No,
You're just making up as you go along.
I'm making it up as I go along. I've got a vision in my head, but it kind of fluctuates. It changes. So no, I don't have any real plan. Yep. In fact, I would like to linger on this point for a little bit longer because that's kind of part of the motivation for doing it this way as well. As often I get way too caught up in overthinking things. It's a real problem. And so this is. Oh, that.
Sorry, you carry on, mate.
Yeah, I'll just finish my point. So that's part of why I'm doing it this way, because in trying to do the daily content, to force myself to just build and not think too much of it. And that's why sometimes it's a bit frustrating, probably for the viewers, when I then go and cut into stuff that I've already built and redo things. But that's all part of it as well, is I'm not worrying too much about when I make mistakes. I'm kind of like, I'll just build it, and then if I change my mind later on, I'll just cut into it. You know, it's not, who cares? I can change my mind, change things, and I don't want to get caught up too much in over planning and overthinking what I'm doing. Yep. Anyway, that's my little philosophical point for the day. Take it away. What were you trying to say?
So then we had a few comments coming back in on the brief conversation that we had about RP Archive, the fact that you don't know RP Archive, and Written Cornus 5336 says, surprising you don't know him. He's one of my biggest inspirations of terrain alongside the other ones that you mentioned. And then Derger81 says, I'd say, oh, wait a minute, where am I? I'd say mind-blowing and overwhelming to RP Archive. Okay. It's awesome inspiration, but actually building this myself, ? The thought of it alone makes me sweat, and I kind of know what they're talking about because he's really nerded out on his terrain, mate.
Okay. All right, I'll have to check it out.
On a serious level. Anyway, then we've got Sure Thing 1668 says, long time viewer but barely ever comment. Congrats on the degree and really enjoying this build. Congrats on your degree and really enjoying this build. Something felt missing from my daily routine when you went on that well-deserved break. Oh. TAUMELB, I don't know how to pronounce that, said, I recently started using my newish FDM printer to make minis. It churns them out like crazy. Do you have experience with or an opinion about one-page rules?
No experience or opinions. I've certainly heard...
that was quick.
Yeah. I've certainly heard J-Mac, he bangs on about it a lot. He sings its praises, but no, I haven't.
Yeah.
And hey, look, one of the things, like, just to be real, being authentic. Yeah. With the content, like I don't, to be honest, I don't actually watch a lot of content. And it's.
Are you a genuine fan then, there, Adam?
I'm a genuine.
You see, I'm in the same boat, mate. I make content. I don't watch it.
Yeah. Well, for one thing, I just don't have the time. I don't have the time because I spend so much of my time. I probably listen to more audiobooks than watching YouTube content because, I mean, I'm too busy doing this and then editing. So I don't. Yeah. So it wasn't. In fact, I wasn't watching a lot of content before I started doing my own YouTube stuff either, because I don't know, I was just, I mean, I was watching more kind of miniature painting videos than anything.
Yeah, me too. That's where I was as well. Yeah.
Um, and I started kind of watching, like, I found Zorpazorp, and I found you, and Benji's Hobbies, and J-Mac, and Alex, and Battle Camper and stuff. After I started making content, simply because I was like, oh, I wonder, looking for inspiration and looking for what works out in the world and stuff, and so yeah, that's why I haven't, I guess, found that other content creator. What were they called? Oh, well, you'll let me know in the chat, I suppose.
RP Archive.
RP Archive.
Don't worry, mate. When we're finished with the stream, I'll send you a link.
Yeah, nice.
And with Brad Craig earlier, who asked about, well, he basically said he was enjoying watching the stream and he was working on his own mega project, and we said, oh, what is that mega project? He has replied and has said, since you ask, I am in month 7 of a modular city build with magnetic tiles. Ooh. Similar to those of RP Archive.
There you go.
That name's getting thrown out a lot here.
Yeah, yeah.
The tiles and buildings are all complete, and I'm making scatter now. That's pretty cool.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Very cool.
Well, yeah, I guess RP Archive is getting some serious promotion right now. You know, with all the millions of viewers that we have here.
I mean, I'm not here to promote RP Archive, mate, but I am actually a little bit surprised you didn't know about him. That is quite surprising. But then again, it's one of those things, there are different niches within our crafting community. And I think both you and I find ourselves in one of the niches, which is Middle-earth centric kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas RP Archive would probably find himself in a niche that is more Dungeons and Dragons centric, but it's very similar. There's a massive crossover there in terms of what we do, and I've learned so much from his channel.
Okay. Cool.
Anyway,
I like it. All right. Well,
we
that's another 100, folks. That's another 100. So we have so far. Is that 400? No. Is that 500? I've lost count. No, it's 500.
I think you've done about.
That's 500.
I think it must be 500 you've done since we've been on the stream, mate.
There we go. So that's far out. Look, we're going to finish this wall. Almost, maybe. It's a lot smaller than this wall, of course.
Let's give it a good shot.
But yeah, that's some solid effort. Of course, we'll still have to do the top and the back side. Cue Beavis and Butthead laugh meme. Okay.
Okay, so Dat BIRB1 says, "What's your opinion on Resident Evil?"
Oh, Resident Evil. Don't have an opinion. Haven't got. Are we talking about the movies or the game? Presumably the game, because the movies are pretty trash.
I enjoyed the movies.
Did you?
Mila Mila Jovovich or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
He's pretty badass. She's in one of my favorite films, which is The
Fifth Element. Knew you were going to say that. It's almost like you did a video on the Fifth Element.
I
at one
have
point.
Done a video on the Fifth Element, but you know. MJH Sinclair. I want to do a board for Cannae, Cannae, and the Punic Wars.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Earlier I was watching the video you did with a scrub / desert board and Oscilia buildings. Feels like a good fit for Sicily, etc.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm not sure about using soil. I think the earth is too dark. Any alternatives to go with for tile any alternatives to go with the tile grout?
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you could go sand if you find like fine sand. That's a go-to. The reason why I like going for soil as opposed to sand though is you get those smaller particulates, like finer. Soil's a lot finer generally than sand, but also you get a bit of variation in it as well. But really that just comes down to scale. That's why I like using soil, because the scale tends to work a little bit better than sand. But in saying that, you can get very fine sand, so you can make it work like that.
I was just about to say, like, that's the thing is sand, and this is just working with building and stuff like that. Block paving sand. If you want a really fine sand, look for block paving sand. Like, that's a very, very fine sand that you can use. It's not your standard builder's sand. It's not play sand. It's none of these sands, but it's a very, very, very fine aggregate. So
yeah, nice.
block paving sand. Our Mintamzarian 8256 says, I love that you have not planned this and just build it. That is how I do my art. No plan, just do, and it always is a surprise to see the outcome. Love your work.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Derger81, all right, my trolling is needed somewhere else. Thank you too, and have fun. Excited for the next videos. So someone's popping out. Thanks for joining the stream.
Thank you.
Welcome
to my choices.
Rianne Toaster says, Sir, Stella's trying to bite me. Tell her off. And then Seth Palmer's back again saying, checking back in. You've made great progress working on my own massive project, welding 18-inch and 20-inch pipe. Not hobby time, but my job time. Mate, Seth, I know the feeling, mate. Yeah, obviously he's working on a building site somewhere, judging by that, a plumber perhaps. I don't know. Where am I?
Real work, in other words.
Yeah. You are there says, I don't believe you can finish the wall today.
Yo, ye of little faith.
Darren J3720 says, dang, I missed most of this video.
Oh.
Well, you're here now.
Yeah, you're here now. And hey, look, you can always watch back through the whole thing. Once you're finished, it'll be posted. Yeah. So I'm just going to mention again, because it's been a while, but later on today, well, in my time, it'll probably be more like tomorrow morning for some of you on the other side of the planet. I am actually releasing an insane it's over 1 hour compilation of all 100 days of building the castle up to this point.
That's going to be quite a video.
It'll be quite, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see like how terribly or not terribly it does, because it's literally it's all the shorts jammed together one after the other in just a long compilation, which, never know. Who knows? Maybe some people will watch it. You don't know unless you give it a try.
See if it sticks.
Yep.
Cool Hand Mountain Man.
Yes.
Who is highlighted, so I believe they're a member of the channel, by the way.
Yes. Yes, he is.
Do either of you play D&D? I play D&D.
Yeah. And we've had this conversation before, Mike. I don't. I love the idea of it. I would like to play it. It just hasn't happened. So yeah, no, I'm definitely more of a crafter and builder and painter than a gamer. But yeah, it's not to say
mean,
that I won't ever. I would like to, but just hasn't kind of happened.
I think, to be honest, if D&D didn't exist, my channel wouldn't exist. That's where I started, was D&D terrain.
Yeah.
And then I started to get to know other content creators and people like Benji's Hobbies, Lachlan from Zorb, and yeah, the whole community. And I got more into MESBG and then just more generally Middle Earth centric stuff. Congratulations on the build. It's looking incredible. That's from Darren J3.
Thank
720.
you. Thank you, Darren. Numbers.
Pete Gibbon says 500. You sped it up. It'll only be 2.5 hours to get to 10K.
Really?
That's
wow.
What he's saying. So
okay.
I don't know. I mean, how well can we trust Pete Gibbon's maths? I don't know.
I'm sure it's very accurate.
MJ H. Sinclair, small scale would make sense because I'm doing 15mm models. That probably goes back to a brief conversation, which I'm not currently remembering. Sorry about that, Nick. And then we've got Pastor Adam T. I can't stick around to watch, but I just wanted to let Adam know how much I enjoy his work and it inspires me.
Oh, thank you.
Mate, isn't it great?
I love getting those comments.
That's literally what it's about. Like you're gonna find your people out there. You just put your stuff out there in the world, and someone's just gonna say, "Yeah, I enjoyed it," and that's so lovely. Coffee grounds. This probably goes back to the aggregate thing and the soil and the sand that we were talking about.
Yes, coffee grounds.
Sinclair is asking about coffee grounds. Would that work? It's worth it. It's worth an experiment, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Coffee grounds are great. I mean, it comes down to though, are you going to paint it or not? Because I mean, obviously, coffee grounds are dark. So if you're going for a lighter color without painting, then it's probably not such a great material. But if you're going to paint it, then you can use whatever you want.
Wow, I'm trying. It's hard to keep up with the comments. I'm like, I can't, between the conversation we're having and scrolling through the comments, and so people are, any comments that have come through in the chat, if you really, really wanted to say it, please say it again at some point, and hopefully we hit your comment, but it's hard to keep up with everything. So.
It's awesome. That's a great problem to have. So thank you, everybody who's commenting. I really appreciate it. It makes these whole live streams. I mean, that's the magic of it, is being able to actually interact in real time with people out there in the world. So it's so keep it coming. I love it. And thank you, Michael, for keeping on top of it, because I wouldn't be able to. Yep, go.
No, I was just going to say, you've got people. Pig Gibbon says that they're going to put you on mute and fall asleep, just to leave the stream open.
Okay, I won't.
You are there. Says, haven't you finished bricking that wall yet? I'm just gonna have to skip through a few minutes. There's a lot.
Yeah. No, it's all good. It's all good. How'd we go with that poll in the end? Is that still going, or is it? Do I finish it?
The poll is up at 68 votes, and the poll says 31% at 100K.
Yep.
29% at 30K. 22% at 50K, and 18% at 20K. So you're looking.
There we go.
There's a bit of a disparity there. Like, you've got a jump between 100,000, and then it drops to 30,000, and then 50K. So I mean, it's a bit of a spread.
So 100K wins, though, yeah.
Yep, that's the top. People think that you're going to lay a lot of bricks, my friend.
Well, so that's a great little segue into some foreshadowing for you all out there at home. So I actually bought myself a cheap second-hand clothes dryer, tumble dryer, because I have a plan. I've got a crazy plan to cut 100,000 foam bricks and texture them. And
Dude, that is actually a crazy plan. Stick them in the tumble dryer.
Yeah. That's the plan. So I'm gonna chuck like tens of thousands of bricks into the tumble dryer at a time, with a whole lot of gravel, and just let the thing run. It won't last very long, I wouldn't imagine. But maybe if I actually I could put them into like a cloth sack or something, so it doesn't, the gravel doesn't get caught in the mechanism. I mean, the dust will, but that'll get filtered out, surely. Isn't that what they're designed to do? But anyway, so just tumble a whole lot of bricks in the tumble dryer and see if that speeds things up. I did have a thought at one point as well, that maybe I could add bricks for the number of subscribers. So we're halfway there almost to 100,000. So that's a nice little. It could be a little goal, a little target. Go. What's the question?
James Ellis 2820 says, what are some of the things about this project that have surprised you, and also how can we as fans continue to help the community grow? This has been a fun journey.
Cool. It's good. I love it. Okay, so there are two questions in there.
Yep.
So surprises along the way. Okay, well, it's funny because it's not really a crafting surprise. It's more of a content creation surprise. And that is, what's surprising is which videos go nuts versus others that just disappear. And
100%, man.
and particularly across different platforms, because before doing this whole crazy daily content thing with the castle, I had done it like a handful of posts on Instagram. I hadn't really done much. I'd posted a few little photos of some of my builds and things, but really it was all YouTube that I was putting my time and effort into. But with the shorts, because part of the 30-day challenge was to post onto both Instagram and YouTube, and so I had this crazy moment where my videos were doing well, and then one just went super viral, and it just suddenly took off on Instagram, that is. And so I went from like 500 followers on Instagram to, I don't know, it jumped up to like 20,000 or something really quick. And it was because of that, predominantly from that one video that went viral. But then what's interesting is that video did well on YouTube, but nowhere near as well.
I know exactly what you mean, man. That's happened to me.
And then vice versa as well. So like I've had videos that went bananas on YouTube, and then did well, but not phenomenally well over on Instagram. So anyway, sorry.
Yep.
You go. What, you've had that same experience?
Well, just the exact same thing where I posted a video on Instagram and it went nuts, and then it didn't do very well on YouTube. So you just don't know. They are different platforms.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing.
That was profound, mate. They are different platforms. You're right.
So, right, Creative Wolf says, what is the benefit of bricking like this as opposed to just carving into the XPS foam? We did this earlier, but
we have,
obviously they've joined the stream since.
Yep. I'll put a pause on that one because there was a second part to that question. The previous.
Oh yes, sorry.
Previous one. And I thought it was a really good question, and a really nice question as well. And that was about how can the viewers help grow the community. Was it? It was something like that, eh?
Yes.
basically all I'd say is share. Like that's what's wonderful. I mean, there are lots of bad things about social media, but you know what? One of the like really good things about it is the ability to share, passions and similar things that things that we love and can kind of
Well,
build a
I could add
community
something
around.
to that for you, Adam, if you like.
Yes.
And it's actually a relatively new thing on YouTube that they're doing now, which is hyping videos. I don't know if you've noticed that
No, I
whole
have
thing
no idea what
where
hyping videos
viewers
is.
can push the hype button.
What does it actually do?
Sorry?
What does it actually do? Do you know?
I don't know what it does, but in when I posted my Argonath video last month, or was it a month before? I can't even remember. Um, I had quite a few people who pushed the hype button,
Okay.
and apparently that pushed it out to a wider audience. So, like, if anyone, basically, if Adam posts a new video, I don't know if it works in the same way for shorts as it does for long form videos, but if Adam posts a new video, if you see the hype button underneath it, push the hype button and hype the video. That's
All right.
just another little thing you could do. I guess another few things that you could do is like make sure your bell's on and all of that usual stuff. Make sure
True.
you make a comment.
Yep. All
You
that
know,
stuff helps the algorithm for sure.
and I mean, just having done YouTube for quite a few years myself, I think one of the big things that you can do is when Adam posts a new video, and you're going to watch it, when you click onto that video, it's highly beneficial if you watch it and don't skip to your favorite bit. Like, just let it run and
On repeat, just loop it.
yeah, let it run the whole way through. Watch the whole thing. Watch the whole thing. That makes a massive difference. Like so.
It really does. I mean, it's very typical of YouTube. Most people drop out after the first few seconds, and it's yeah. I mean, YouTube videos, like the algorithm isn't really all that mysterious. What it comes down to is, are people clicking on it and are they watching for a good length of time? That's what it comes down to. If people are clicking on a video and they watch it for a good length of time, then it gets shared out to more people. And if those people click on it and watch it for a decent amount of time, then it keeps getting shared out to more and more people. So it's really, it's once it gets shared out to people who don't click on it or click into it and tap out after a few seconds, that's when it stops getting pushed out.
Okay, so just an interesting point. You remember whenever we had that guy, Seth Palmer, 8666, said that he was doing his day job and like
Yep.
putting pipes. He answered our question, what does he do? I was like, is he a plumber of some kind or whatever? He says, I weld pipe for agricultural water lines.
Okay.
So interesting day job.
All right.
It sounds like
go.
fun to me.
Yeah. Okay. Working on a Sunday too. Or is it? Yeah. No, it would be Sunday. Surely Sunday, if they're working, as opposed to your neck of the woods.
Definitely working on the weekend.
Yeah.
Written Cornas says, thank you for keeping me company while I was working. 1 a.m. here, so time to sleep. Good luck with finishing the bricklaying. Looking forward to it being done.
Thank you.
And then we have James Ellis 2820 again saying, thank you for taking the time and answering our questions. You're a true legend, Adam.
Well, thank you.
And then we've also got MJH Sinclair, who's been here the whole chat, by the way, putting comments in as we go. I'm sure you've heard me say his name a few times.
Yep.
Heading to bed. Thanks for this. Was fun.
Thank you for joining.
And then Rianne Toaster, who I do believe is one of your students, and also Dat Beer One says, Rianne Toaster says, I'm your biggest fan, Mr. Haig. And then Dat Beer straight away says, no, I'm your biggest fan. Make sure to laugh at Adam all the time, says you are there. Rian Toaster says, I'm eating chocolate ice cream in your honor. Dat Bierb says,
Okay.
I'm eating ice cream too.
Okay.
There's a little competition going between these kids.
Right. Great. Yep.
And I'm going to ask you a question after I finish these comments.
Yep.
James Ellis 2820 says, I really do try to look the Instavids as much as possible. That's cool.
What was that? I missed that bit.
James Ellis is saying that they try to loop your Instagram vids, like whenever you put out a short.
Oh yes, yep.
Thank you. They try and let them play it a few times just to give you that extra
thank you.
Watch time.
Love it.
Which is great.
Legend.
Mini Adventure 6-1 is back again. They were here earlier on, and you're still going. What brick number are we at?
That's a good question. We must be on 9,000 and hang on. Gosh, what were we on? So we were on 500. This is the 600th. Yeah,
I think we must be on 9,100 and something.
Yeah, I think we're probably on 9,200 actually. Yeah, because I haven't got many left of this lot, and I'm pretty sure this was the sixth 100. Sixth. Yeah. God, I'm trying to communicate. 600 bricks. This because I've been going in 100 brick groups, and this is the 6th time, I believe, if I haven't completely lost count, which I could have, because that happens. In fact, I'm surprised that no one's asked how I keep the count. Is that I thought that might have been a.
I mean, I think we kind of touched base on that. That you're putting 100 bricks at a time in a little box, right?
Yeah, but I don't usually do this. That's just for the benefit of the stream, because I couldn't possibly kind of keep track of things while talking and stuff like that. So my usual method is I don't actually keep count. I just glue bricks on, and then it's when I go in to edit the video, because I video every single brick, and often it's time lapsed, and so that's when I then count. I just count when I'm editing.
Oh yeah.
At the start, I was counting as I was going, but it was just so hard to keep, because your mind starts to wander, and suddenly I've lost count. So it's a lot easier counting via the editing process. Sorry, continue.
So James Ellis, I'm just going to say James Ellis because I'm not going to say the 2820. I took way too long to say that. Your videos definitely helped me through my hip replacement surgery recovery time. The entertainment has been priceless. That's fantastic.
That's awesome, man. I think.
And then Rian, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think, is that the dude from? He plays trombone. He's on Instagram. He comments on my videos pretty frequently, and I think we had a little exchange of comments, because when it came out that I was a music teacher, and I can't remember. I think he asked, or no, just mentioned that he played trombone or something, and I got excited because I'm a trumpet player, so it's like, cool, fellow brass player. But
let us know in the comments, James. And then Rian and DatBRB1 say, "Sir, I'll take photos and show you on Tuesday." And then DatBRB1 says, "We're both eating ice cream together."
Okay, that's very cool.
So you got some friends watching together, enjoying your content. At what point do you decide to fill in the gaps? We had that conversation earlier. That's from You Are There.
Yep.
And you were saying that, with this project, you're maybe not massively concerned about filling the gaps.
Well,
that's something you might want to experiment with at some point.
Yeah, no. Right? So I do fill the gaps. so at the moment you can see it's kind of like Swiss cheese. We've got lots and lots of gaps. Whereas if we shoot over here to the completed wall, there's only maybe, well, there's not really, that's just a slightly deeper one. But historically speaking, there would actually be gaps so that repair work could be done. They have, I can't remember what the term was, it was discussed on the stream earlier. There's a specific term for the holes. Was it like plug holes or something like that? But anyway, so the whole point of it was so that you could then set up scaffolding to complete maintenance work on a castle. But because this isn't actually a historical, I'm not going for major. Well, yeah,
Realism.
I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going for historical accuracy. Really, I have like touches of it, and I do want, like, it's a fantasy build. But the best fantasy is when it's it's anchored in a bit of realism. But in terms of the holes, I am probably less anchored in realism than I could be, because it messes with my OCD, I guess. I don't like seeing the little gaps. It just annoys me. So I will fill them in. I like to just kind of do the bricks as I go and make sure that I've forgotten that term as well, the bricklaying term. Do you remember it?
Oh man, no.
Yeah. So
I mean,
basically,
honest,
like that right there. So see how there's the join between the two bricks, and the next one above it goes across that join. So I try and keep that as much as possible. Every now and then, because of the different sizes, that goes slightly skew with, and it means I end up leaving a gap so that I can get back to that pattern. There you go. Boom.
Fair enough. James Ellis comes back and says, "Yes, sir, that's me. I play the trombone. Yes, we had that conversation."
Hey.
And then we got Creative Woof says, "How big is your studio?"
Yeah, okay. That's well, here we go. I'll do a little panoramic view. I won't show
Oh, I'd be interested to see too, mate.
Yeah, okay. All right, let's
I mean, to be fair, I actually only ever get to see you from this angle. That's interesting.
yeah, okay, hang on. I'll just try and if I scoot this over, and I'll go half size. Right. So I do actually have a good sized garage. So there's the big studio light, but there's my absolute mess of a workbench. So don't judge. So that's that, and then I've got some nice storage space up there where I've got some of my boards, and then we've got the display cabinet with painted minis. There's the back of the castle, and then I've got this. So this is where the castle has been sitting until today, and that's my big blue curtain hiding all the shelving and stuff. And there's the frozen fortress up there. You can see the garage roller door thing, which is why I'm not too worried about ventilation in my garage, because there's a massive gap at the top, which is just open air, so it gets really cold in here. Anyway, we'll just cruise along this way. So we've got a drum kit. That's fun. And there's like a big cliff
Plays
thing.
the beat.
Plays the beat, yeah. There's my laser cutters over there. There's funny jellyfish things that my wife made for like a dress up thing. And there's outside. And then what do we got over here? It's a big garage. It is a big garage. It's supposed to, I think the original owner had a boat in here, but I don't have that. I just have lots of nerdy stuff. Anyway, so that's, I don't know if that helped. And here we go. Here's, there we go. See, orcs. Bring on the Armageddon box. I do love me some 40k orcs. That's my, some deconstructed stuff. Fun orcs.
Great, mate.
And then a bunch of some Spruce Marines. And then lots of Star Wars stuff. Do love me some
While
stuff.
you're looking at your minis there, we got a comment that's come in saying, would you ever consider doing a mini figure painting workshop or live for beginners? That would be awesome.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's been a long time since I've done any painting on the channel, and I do. I mean, it's funny because it's been a while since I've painted anything actually, and I do love it, and it is a part of the hobby that I guess I miss a bit because I've spent so much time doing all this. So yeah, it is something that I could consider doing for sure. I've got potentially, hopefully, another sponsorship lined up, maybe coming with another 3D printing company, but with a resin printer, and so I could potentially. I was thinking I could maybe print out like a Star Wars Legion army and paint it, perhaps. That could be quite cool to do. Yeah. Anyway, there you go. So that's the workshop. Well, garage. That's my garage.
Extremely cool, dude. I have to say I'm a little bit jealous. You've got a lot of space there, man. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I'm very lucky. There's a lot that I would like to do with it to make it a bit more functional, a bit more kind of. Well, the big issue that I have is it gets really cold. It's really cold because it's not contained. Like I said, there's a roller door just behind me, and so when it's windy, the wind just blows straight through there. It's not particularly comfortable. But all that takes time and money, and who has any of that?
Yeah.
All right, let's just check you. Every now and then I like to throw in a big block just because.
I'm just going to throw in a practical question for you, man.
All right.
How long do you plan to go?
Yeah, that is a good question today. Yeah, what's the time now? Yeah, because it'll be midnight for you, isn't it? It's gone past midnight. Yeah.
I think it's about 15:15 midnight here. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Shall we?
I mean, I'm still good to go. I've got another beer sitting over there with my name on it.
Okay. Well, shall we go through till 12:30 then? It's another 15 minutes. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. So while you're dying there, so I've just finished. So I've finished another 100. So that's 600. So that brings our total to 9,244. I think. Yes.
That's pretty damn good effort.
It's pretty decent. It's not 10,000, but.
What time of day is it for you?
It is 11:15, so we're approaching lunchtime.
I mean, I'm just saying, you probably could finish this today if you wanted to.
I could, but I just wouldn't feel right doing it without you, mate.
Okay, cool, fair enough. Yeah,
and
I do bring.
You bring
the sex appeal to this.
You bring a certain level of class, and also practical knowledge. Like Michael brings a certain in all seriousness, your level of knowledge of foam and construction materials and stuff like that is second to none. So seriously, folks, if you want some very high level of detail explanations of various hobby materials, this is your guy. He's got a wealth of knowledge.
Thank you, dude.
All good.
10K by noon, says Campaign Terrain. It's only 800 more. You got this.
Well, see, the other consideration, of course, is you may have noticed, folks out there, that there hasn't been a short. So I haven't had a daily I haven't had any updates for the last 2 days. So yesterday I didn't have one, and today obviously I didn't have one because I'm doing this. So there's also that to consider. Each time I complete, look at this. I've almost completed this brand new wall. Like, it's not that far off. And each time I complete a section, it's equal amounts of excitement and, oh no, now what am I going to do? That comes into it. So, I mean, of course, I've got the reverse side. I've got all the crenellations and the machiculations. I just love these words so much too, by the way. Crenellations, machiculations. I swear in one of my shorts I said machiculations 3 times in the space
Is machiculations a real word?
Machiculations, yeah. Yep, 100%. It's funny, again, this is...
You're gonna have to send me the spelling on that one, man, just so I can look it up.
I could be mispronouncing it completely, of course.
Crenellations is definitely a word.
Yeah, crenellations, definitely. So crenellations, which is made up of crenels and, is it merlons? The middle bit. So the crenels are the bits that stick up, and then I think the gaps in between where they shoot out of are the merlons, I think. But yeah, so it's been educational because I didn't even know the term machiculations before doing this. I just called them murder holes. Essentially these bits. See, there's a little, I can't see it very well. The holes there for dropping.
Nick Fisher says, time for a beer. I say, absolutely, mate. So, can I actually, this is an interesting point. There's a bit of a few comments here that to me kind of leads to, I'm going to try and condense it into one conversation. Someone is asking what you do as your day job, but at the same time, we have some of your students commenting.
Oh, gosh, okay.
So that's like a little bit of a crossover there. Somebody who doesn't know what you do for your day job. So that's Creative Wolf. Do you work a job? Are you lucky enough to be a YouTuber content creator full time? If you have a job, please do tell us. It's interesting. And then you also have your students in the comments. So it's a bit of a nugget there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so if they haven't already alluded to it, I'm a music teacher. I'm a high school music teacher. That's what I do for my day job. No, I am not lucky enough for this to be my job. It is. I'm not there yet. I mean, that I've got to be careful.
And you know what I'm just going to say, mate?
Yep.
As much as that's a lovely dream to have, I think your students are benefiting from the fact that you are not doing that because they have you as a teacher, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, well, I was just about to say I probably need to be careful of what I say, seeing as there's students.
Well, then we also have. I was going to ask you what age do you teach?
Yeah, so high school age, so here in New Zealand that ranges from 13, the youngest, up to 18.
So
So secondary school.
Stream,
yeah.
If you look at your camera now, Adam, every so often on this stream, I've been leaning forward like this.
Right.
Off camera.
Yeah.
And that's so I can have my drink without influencing your students, basically. I'm just like I'm not gonna do that on camera. Because basically in the comments, Nick Fisher says, "Time for a beer."
Yeah.
Like, well, yeah, but I mean, we've got young people watching, young impressionable minds.
You're trying to be responsible,
guys.
I appreciate it. I was going to say I'm a little bit worried about Nick Fisher too because he's in Australia, which means he's an hour behind me, which means it's 10:20 a.m. And so having a beer at 10:20 a.m. it's a bit early, wouldn't you say? It's a little bit on the early side.
It's a weekend, man. It's a weekend. It's all good.
Yeah, you could say it's 3 p.m. somewhere in the world.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. Speaking of Nick Fisher, he also asks, and we have had this conversation before, but he might not have been there for this part of the conversation. Can you not rule lines with a pencil and help you guide the bricks? So, a quick breakdown of that conversation is, yeah, that's one way of doing it. And then we had someone who's a historian, obviously, who came in with putting in thinner bricks in between the lines to level it out, etc. If you really want to know, Nick, maybe rather than us going into it for another 10-minute chat, um, you could skip back and have a look. But I also asked Adam that question. That's why I thought, like, maybe draw some lines. But you
Um,
can see on the screen that Adam has got like one line running along the top, along the straight line, and he's building bricks up to that straight line and filling in with the wider bricks or the thinner bricks. Um, sorry if
that,
I,
that
or
was
if you want to
that.
add in
No, that was
anything, Adam.
that was an amazing explanation. And I'd just say I do. From time to time, I'll rule a line, but I just haven't this time. But I'm just rolling with it because I'm trying to smash out as many bricks as possible within the time. So because of course the original plan was to try and get to 10,000 on live stream. That is a bit of a yeah. We've kind of somewhat given up on that now because we're still quite a ways off that target. But yeah, it is what it is. We'll have to catch up with some more daily shorts, I suppose, to try and get to that 10,000. We're not far off. And hey, considering this is day 102, and the original challenge was I wanted to create a castle using 10,000 bricks in 300 days. So I have smashed that time frame out of the water. I mean, to be fair, I haven't actually finished the castle, so I haven't built a castle in 300 days. So there's that. But I've just about finished 10,000 bricks in 102 days, which is pretty good going, I reckon.
That's insane, mate. I mean, yeah, I've never taken on like a project quite as insane as this in terms of one boring task to complete over a very long period of time.
How
Like I've done a lot
dare you
of,
say this is boring?
no,
How
I don't mean that.
dare
Do you know what
you?
I mean? It's a very repetitive thing, and like I've done a lot of different projects and stuff, but like it's quite an undertaking to do that. A creative wolf says, ah, music teacher. Well, that classified as a cool job. I guess YouTube and content work is too unstable. Not many people make it in that career. Something I think creators should be honest about. And I think we are honest about that. It
Yeah,
is very difficult. It's not easy.
it is challenging, that's for sure. It's kind of brutal, actually. Um, like
Yeah.
interestingly, my some as I was talked about, my channel kind of exploded. It went a bit nuts there for a while since doing this, and the majority of it came down to one video.
Well, I can remember that because, not to interject and whatnot, but there was a period of time where I had quite a substantial number more subscribers on my YouTube channel than Adam did, and then one day all of a sudden he started to race past me, and I was there going like, "He is my friend. I can't hit him." And
Meanwhile,
basically
I was
he's now,
going,
and
no.
he's basically now double numbers on me, like so. But that's the nature of YouTube, isn't it?
It really is, and like us. Oh, hello, Sienna Lily. My daughter. Oh, what have I done? Whoops. My daughter's just showing up. I'm gonna wave to the
Hello.
peoples.
That's always a good thing.
Wearing my hoodie as well. That's my hoodie. Yeah. So the video that went nuts was the one which I did the pork killers. So for whatever reason, that one went absolutely bananas. Yeah, so who knows? Maybe I just need to make another portcullis. Are you alright? You just coming to say hi. You're kind of shy.
I mean, we're 4 minutes out from it being.
Oh yes, 4 more minutes. All right, I've got. Okay, so this is how many bricks I have left. So this will make 700 once I get rid of these. That'll make 700 bricks added. Just about finished this wall in one sitting, which definitely is a record. If you've been following along with the series, the brick count kind of fluctuates between 30 bricks to 260, I think, was probably my best, somewhere around that zone. So completing 700 bricks is worth celebrating. I think it's a pretty decent effort.
How about we finish that little pile?
Yeah. Yep. Let's do that. We'll finish the pile, and then we'll say toodaloo. And can I just say, before we even get to that point, I really appreciate everyone who's shown up. I particularly appreciate those who have dropped comments. We love comments in this hobby. It can certainly, in content creation in this hobby, it can sometimes be quite a lonely thing. You're kind of out in your garage or you're out in your workshop by yourself, just enjoying the slow descent into madness all on your lonesome. And so actually being joined by people in real time and be able to share stories and answer questions and things like that is actually really cool. Oh, hello, little puss. Is she even showing up?
The cat.
Oh, she is.
The
There
cat
you go.
has made another star appearance.
There we go. There she is. Cheeky sod that she is. So my daughter named.
James Ellis says.
Oh, yep. Go.
At least you're making content on something you love and not AI bot creating shorts and clips. This is real content of substance that you have a great community of students that support you. That's awesome. It's fantastic, isn't it?
It is. That is great. Thank you.
Pirate Roy 35 says it was the rivets. It was riveting. I don't know what that means. Probably refers to something that we were previous comments or something that we were talking about. I haven't managed to keep up with everything. Sorry about that.
That's all right. You're doing a grand job, mate.
Ferrenden says, fingers crossed you can do it. James Ellis says, your viewers can tell you have a real passion. That's what drew me in at least. I bet it's definitely a grind. Hope you enjoy every moment. Lee Early says, you're welcome, keep rocking on. Cross from Campaign Terrain says, cat. And I just want to say again, Cross is a good friend of mine. Great guy, and he has a YouTube channel where he live streams live terrain building. He also does content on his channel, videos as well.
Okay.
But I've noticed more recently in the last year or so, he's been doing a lot of live streams.
Cool.
Check him out.
Yeah. We'll give it a look.
And then Pirate Roy 35 says, I'm a Kiwi living in Oz. Found you for the content, stayed for the accent.
Hey. What are you talking about? I don't have an accent.
And I thought this was going to be the first time that we'd caught up with the chat, but then more comments came in.
Okay.
Great stream, thanks. Do you just have the one light to light your set model? And do you have recommendations for lights?
Lights is a fun thing. And when I say fun, I mean it's awful. And I'm constantly struggling with the lights stuff. Probably Michael's better at answering this because you always have really good lights in your in your videos. But yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash because I've got fluoro lights which I try and, sorry, what are they? Not fluoro, neon. No, are they? I don't know. They're big strip LEDs maybe. Anyway, whatever is going on in them makes my camera flicker. It's really annoying. And so I've got the one big studio light, which you might have seen when I did the little panoramic view of my workshop. And then I've just kind of jerry-rigged a few different lamps and stuff like that to try and provide as much light as possible. But even when I do that, I still have major issues with shadow. Just like in terms of a workshop, it's really good because it's really well lit. It's really bright. But in terms of content creation, it's really annoying because oftentimes I'm generating a big shadow with my camera and stuff like that when I'm trying to get some nice shots. So that probably didn't actually answer the question or help in any way, but there it is. There was another question, wasn't there? I've forgotten.
It was... Do you just have the one light to light your set model, and do you have any recommendation for lights?
Yeah, no, not really. Well, I'm not really an expert in that.
Well, you just mentioned the camera flickering thing. So basically that's to do with your shutter speed on your camera, and also all lights have a flicker speed. And if there's a mismatch between the lights and the shutter speed on your camera, you're going to get some flickering. So each shutter speed and each camera, you need to do a little bit of research into your shutter speed, and also you need to know what your flicker rate of your lights are. So it's not an easy instant answer. My recommendation would be enter your camera and your shutter speed into ChatGPT, and then ask for a recommendation of what light is the same flicker speed, and then you won't get that thing. It took me ages to find the right light for me as well.
That's amazing. See what I was saying about this guy over here, my wonderful guest, and his technical knowledge and expertise. Just a wealth of knowledge. And I
basically just said check ChatGPT.
And I was just gonna point out, because I think earlier somebody said something really lovely and wonderful about my content as opposed to AI generated slop, and I wholeheartedly agree. I absolutely, it just makes me feel physically ill when I see so much AI generated content out there, because every AI generated content, like, it's like the death of human creativity, and it just makes me feel so sad and viscerally sick. So my beautiful wife, it's funny going for what a segue. She doesn't make me feel physically sick. I'm just going to point out, she shared a video with me, and bless her cotton socks, she's not in like, this is my world. I'm in this zone all the time with crafting, and so I could pick up on it immediately where she didn't. So she shared this video with me and said, "Hey, check out this. This is pretty crazy," and it was AI generated crafting content of a person making a landscape. And it's just like, I could tell immediately because it was too perfect, too like artificial looking. But what made me feel ill about it is people who don't understand might, like, get duped, get tricked into thinking that this is actually a real person creating real stuff. And I clicked onto their channel thing, and they've got hundreds of these videos because, of course, all you have to do is write in some code and it pumps out a whole lot of content. Whereas us people who do it for real, it takes hours upon hours upon hours of physical effort.
100%, mate.
Oh,
I mean, so just after I said that thing about Ask ChatGPT, Creative Wolf said, "Ask AI, got it, lol." Now, the thing is that I could 100% sit and talk to you here about camera lenses and focal lengths and flicker rate speeds and lights, but that is not the purpose of this stream, and that conversation is not something that you can have in 2 minutes. Like I can't give you a recommendation of these things. It requires a little research, and
that's all right, mate.
so
I
yeah,
don't think you
and
need to defend your
that's
position.
not why I came here
Yeah,
today.
yeah. I don't think you need to defend your position. The thing is, AI is great. I use it all the time for things like that. Trying to work out some technical question or something like that. In that situation, it's wonderful. It's amazing. I love it. It's great for productivity and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, absolutely. That's a great option. And I'm here for it.
James Ellis says, "Physically sick." Speaking of my wife, I think that's a reference to what you just said. Uh, Creative Wolf says, "Yeah, lights are a pain. My sets are always in shadow or not lit up enough.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
pain to get enough lighting on the models. Then there is the problem of bumping up the lights or tripping over." Okay, right. Do you mind if I actually give a little bit of advice for filming some miniature sets, just for Creative Wolf here?
Yeah. All right. Go for it.
You could try making your room as dark as possible before you are filming. So if you have a table in front of you, you want all other light to be gone. So make the whole room dark. You want to have one top-down light, and then if you're filming from the front, so you've got a top-down light it's going to be creating some shadow. So you're going to need another bit of light coming from the front and another bit of light coming from another angle. This is called 3-point lighting. Okay, so the whole room is dark, black background, um, top-down light, which basically gives a bay of light over the whole thing. And then if you have two other lights from two different angles, you're making sure that those shadows that are cast by the top-down light are mitigated. That's very, very quick, but if you're interested in filming lighting, do a bit of YouTube research. Don't check ChatGPT, but do a bit of YouTube research for 3-point lighting, and then I'm going to stop there. Okay.
Yeah, that's great. Our mutual friend Hayden's very good at this stuff as well.
Hayden. I've learned a lot of this from Hayden.
Yeah.
From the Wizard's Brush.
Yeah. Check out his content too. He's been doing some. He does amazing stuff in 10 mil. He did an entire map. I'm a bit jealous because I was wanting to do this as well, and he's gone ahead and done it, and it looks fantastic using the Hexton Hills 3D printing, like the little hexagon map building, like 3D map building thing, and he's made this massive map of Middle Earth all in 3D. It's very cool, and I love the idea as well of doing like a tabletop wargaming version of the Total War game series, which I'm a big fan of. It's criminal that they don't have a proper Middle Earth version of it. There was like a patch a while back. I think they did a Lord of the Rings patch, but it's not the same as like an actual proper licensed game. But anyway, so if you're into those kind of strategy war games on computers, then that's pretty fun. And he's done an awesome little variation of it. I love it. All right, we're almost
Seth
there.
Palmer says, "Keep up the good work. I'll have to finish watching later after work. I'm in the USA,
Hey.
but maybe you'll still be going when I'm done welding.
I don't think so.
Hello.
We're almost there. We're almost done. We're almost done. Not 10,000, sadly, but
James Ellis says, I'm going to start making clips of your videos with AI and get more views.
oh, don't do me like that. Don't do it. Oh man.
I hate it when I see that happen as well.
Yeah.
It's earlier on you were talking about watching YouTube content, like you don't get much time to watch YouTube content. But here's the other thing: is that like when you're in a certain niche, right? So we're in the crafting niche, and you've been filming all day, you've been editing crafting videos all day, you've been filming that. When it comes to your downtime and relaxation, and I just want to watch a YouTube video, you don't necessarily want to watch more crafting.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So, like for me, I end up watching weird survival videos and guys out in the forest, like like setting up a stick hut. And there's a channel that I love called The Outdoor Boys. I'm sure you know The Outdoor Boys. I mean, they're a massive YouTube channel. Um, I don't know where I was going with this, but I basically,
It's a great story. Keep going. Keep going.
um, when I oh yes, I do know where I was going with this. One of the things I can't stand is the number of people out there who have the gall to basically clip their videos into shorts on their own YouTube channels, and they
Yeah.
just pump out this guy's content
Yep.
unashamedly, stealing people's content and just putting it back out again
Yep.
in shorts and stuff like that. And it's just it's awful. Like this guy made this content and he put a lot of effort into it, and then someone's just going to steal it and get like thousands of views. That's not fair, man. That's not fair.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Okay, and on that cheerful note, I have added the
Yes.
900th brick today. So here we go. This is the progress shot. There's the wall. Yes, there's a whole lot of little holes there, but we will, I guess, address them in some shorts. So that brings our total. How many did I add again? What did I just say? Did I say 900?
You just added your 900th brick, yeah.
Yeah, I think I just gave myself an extra couple of hundred, maybe. Was it 900th or
We
700th?
were at like 600 about
Yeah.
half an hour ago.
Yeah, so no, I think it must be it
700,
must be
maybe 800.
700, maybe 800. Oh, I've completely lost count now. Oh, well. Yeah. So I think that sees us then at yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 9,344 bricks, which I think is a really weird number. It's not round, like it's not a nice kind of rounded. I mean, it's an even number at least, but it's not a nice kind of rounded number. Should I add 6 more? That'll get us to 50. That'll get us to 350. Is that better? No, that's enough. That's enough. We've poor old Michael here. It's 1:45 in the morning.
It is 1:45.
Where Michael is. So.
But guess what? It's bank holiday weekend, and I'm happy to be here, man. So don't worry about it.
Well, I think it's a good spot to finish, and so I just want to say really quickly, yeah, thank you to everybody who's shown up and commented and contributed to the live stream. Big thanks, massive thanks to you, mate, Michael, for showing up and reading the comments. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do it really, because when you're trying to place bricks and stuff like that, it's really hard to try and keep up and interact with everything that's happening on the chat, and so your role was perfect for that, and also to have the banter, the back and forth, because it feels a bit weird when you're by yourself.
I mean, if anyone's wondering what Adam does whenever he's not filming, I mean, basically we do this.
Yeah.
Like Adam and I chat on Discord, we hang out, he's making something, I'm making something, we chat, we talk about the world, we just like banter away on video.
Talk about life, hopes
so
and dreams.
I mean, I didn't do a project tonight, but because I was reading your comments, basically.
I appreciate it. And so here we go. Here's the progress shot. So, hang on, should we go back in? All right, big, nice panning. Just imagine epic music. Dum 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 dum. Bum 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 bum.
That's not Howard Shore.
True, actually. Well, because everyone thinks it's Helm's Deep. It's not Helm's Deep. It's influenced by. Da 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 da. Bum 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 bum. Okay, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay, that's enough of that. Okay,
Can we
so yeah.
do one more thing before
Yep.
we go?
Go. Oh. The bricks. All right. Amazing. Double Adam, Mr. Haig. All right. Thank you, guys. See you later. We'll hopefully do this again sometime soon.
Nice to see you all.